Chase Palmer will provide the play-by-play. Glenn Bickerdike will provide the color commentary, and Reggie Cooper will provide statistics and additional insights. This podcast is also brought to you by Red River Credit Union, Edward Jones, Expert Collision, Jackrabbit Off-Road, Casey Sloan, and Community Health Corps. You can listen to tonight's game on KMHT 103.9 FM. You can also listen to it online from your mobile device or laptop by typing in www.easttexastoday.com/KMHT, scroll down, and select Watch Now. You can also catch our broadcast on Facebook Live by searching for KMHT Radio 103.9 FM. Thanks to these sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Brown Rig Insurance, Premier Home Care, Texas Strap and Salvage, Kyle Dansby, Patterson Dodge, Bradbury Century 21, and Austin Bank. We'll be back with the pregame show after this message from Brown Rig Insurance.
When you need help with your insurance coverage, where do you go? A website? An automated service center? Not if you have coverage from the Central Insurance Companies. Central partners exclusively with your hometown independent insurance agent, so you receive personal, knowledgeable service and advice from someone you know and trust. That's the value of Central Insurance Policy. In Marshall, Brown Rig Insurance Agency is your local Central Insurance agent. Contact us at 903-938-8888 or find us on the web at brownrigins.com.
Now, for the pregame show, brought to you by Brown Rig Insurance, here's your play-by-play announcer, Chase Palmer.
Well, it's not Chase Palmer. It's Glenn Bickerdike. Chase Palmer, our lead man, he is absent in the booth. He is down on the field. It is senior night here at Mavericks Stadium. Chase is down there with his senior football player, Mr. Sam Palmer, so he will be joining us just slightly before kickoff. So you're going to have me as your pregame host. I've got Topher Patty here to my left on the doing all the buttons and dials, and so you can hear me. Got Alex Reyes. He is on the camera. He is going to give you your visual tonight. We'll go ahead and tell you, just so you're prepared, it's 7:24, a little different, and being the last district game here in Marshall, there's going to be a light show, and they are telling everyone to be in their seats at 7:24, and there'll be a light show just right before we kick off, so that'll be something that'll be interesting to watch. Certainly if you're here, we enjoy that, and if not, maybe you can catch it as we stream the game. But again, we're glad you've joined us. It is, as I said, it is senior night here at Maverick Stadium. We'll be recognizing a special night for these kids that as they've worked for 12 years to get to this point, and they'll be recognized in their sport. Is the final time. I will say that depending on the outcome, this may not be their last time to play in Marshall, and we'll talk about that a little later in the show. But if the Mavericks end up being the number 2 seed, we will host a playoff game 2 weeks from tonight. So just share that with you. But the big storyline for the Mavericks tonight is at quarterback. If you were at the game last week or watched online and listened to us, Alex, let me Michael Olvera, let me get my name straight here, if I get my sheets in front of me, that way I can remember names. When you get old like me, you start forgetting names. But Michael Olvera, our starting quarterback, took a pretty good hit in the Mount Pleasant game, went ahead and finished the game, but had a injury to his non-throwing shoulder. He is suited out tonight, but the word that I've received from Coach Greedle is that he is going to be a game-time decision. So we are not sure if he will start behind center tonight, but he is suited out, so we will see once we get kicked off who will be taking the snaps for the Mavericks tonight. But before we get too much into football, we have talked pretty much most of the season about our phenomenal season that our girls volleyball team is having, and have done a little research and just wanted to share a little bit of the history of the volleyball program here at Marshall in this really just historic season that these young ladies are having. I spent some time this week visiting with Faye Whitlow. Many of you may know Faye. She came to Marshall in 1984. She was the head volleyball coach. But even before Faye came here back in 1976 is when Marshall kicked off their volleyball program, and that was, at that time, the superintendent was Mr. Jack Gray, and he brought volleyball to Marshall High School. As I mentioned, Faye came in 1984, and later in her career she would become the athletic director, and wanted to share just two notable seasons that she had while she was the head volleyball coach. In 1987, they were the district runner-up, and they lost in the first round of playoffs. And some of you listeners the young lady that played for that team, a lady by the name of Kim Mitchell, she would go on to play for Texas A&M, probably one of the more decorated volleyball players here at Marshall. And just a couple of notes about her: she was the valedictorian of her class, all-state in volleyball, was a Texas high school all-star, and also did the triple jump on the track team. Fast forward 2 years, 1989 is in the 45 years of Lady Maverick volleyball. Was the only time that Lady Mavs have shared in a district title. They were actually tri-district champs that year. Shared the title with John Tyler and Tyler Lee. And back then there were only two teams that made the playoffs, so they actually had to have a play-in to see which two of the three teams would represent at that time District 13-5A. And anyway, Marshall lost to John Tyler in 3 sets. That's back then they only played to 15, and they played the best 2 out of 3. Marshall would not even make it out of district because of the 3-way tie there for the district championship. Fast forward a few years after that, 2002, 2003, the Lady Mavs would make the playoffs under then head coach Jenny Kuhn. Both those years they would lose in the first round. And here most recently in 2020, last year's team, the Lady Mavs made the playoffs as a 4th seed in our district, and they would lose in the first round. Just to now talk about this year's team and what they've done and what they have the opportunity to do here next week. I will mention they had a season, their final record completing district, they were 27-12 overall. They were 9-3 in district, and were the district runner-up behind Texas High. They had the opportunity for a co-district championship this past Tuesday night in Texarkana, and they fell in 4 games to Texas High. They lost 16-25, 17-25. They won 26-24, and then led in that 4th game. And then Texas High would come back and beat them 25-23 to actually get the outright district championship. And again, Marshall was the runner-up.
Number 2.
As I said, this year's team is tied for the best season ever for a Lady Mavericks volleyball team, is being the district runner-up. Tonight, as I speak, they are in Central Heights down in the Nacogdoches area playing a warm-up game against the district champ Central Heights. And last we heard they had split the first 2 games and we're in the 3rd game. Again, this is just a warm-up game. To tell you about what they'll do next week in the playoffs, also tonight, Huntsville and White House are playing the district. It's adjacent to us. They're having a game tonight to determine who is the 2nd and 3rd seed in that district. And the Lady Mavericks will play the loser of that game. Again, the loser of the Huntsville White House game. And next Tuesday night, we do know for sure it's next Tuesday night. Feel like it's going to be in Nacogdoches. That hasn't been confirmed, but it'll be a part of a doubleheader. It appears that Marshall and Hallsville out of this district will play Huntsville and White House. Again, not Marshall, the 2 seed here. Hallsville's the 3 seed. Huntsville and the White House will determine tonight who is 2 and 3 out of that district. So, again, if the Lady Mavericks win next Tuesday night, in the 45-year history of Lady Maverick Volleyball, will be the first team ever to advance in the playoffs beyond the first round. So if you have the opportunity, get the word exactly when the game will be and where it'll be, but it'll be next Tuesday night for sure, and we'll just ask you to come out and support the phenomenal job that these ladies have done. We are now well underway in the senior recognition. We've got football players lined up first. Obviously, they're going to be recognized so they can make their way into the locker room. We have Mavericks cheerleaders, and I believe at halftime we'll recognize the band. So anyway, that's kind of got you introduced. I'm going to kind of catch my breath here. We're going to take a couple of a commercial break here in the Brown Rig Agency Insurance pregame show, and we'll be right back in Maverick Stadium.
This is Matt Moore, General Manager of Marshall Ford and Maverick Chevrolet in Marshall. If you're in the market for a newer pre-owned vehicle, take the short drive over to Highway 59 South and come and visit us. All of our inventory can be seen on the web at marshallford.net or at maverickchevrolet.net. With the largest discounts in East Texas, you're sure to find what you're looking for. If you haven't done business with us before, come see what you're missing. And if you have, we look forward to seeing you again soon. Marshall Ford and Maverick Chevrolet, your hometown automotive dealers.
Certified Collision and Glass for auto, pickup truck, and 18-wheeler repair. Certified Collision and Glass specializes in body and glass repair. Rock chip to a complete installation. Certified Collision and Glass has certified technicians and the equipment to repair the all-aluminum Ford F-150 pickup. Certified Collision and Glass, Highway 59, next to Marshall Ford, Marshall, Texas, leading the way in body repair. It's certified.
Welcome back to Maverick Stadium. Once again, it is senior night here in Marshall. Chase Palmer, our play-by-play announcer, is down on the field with his son. And right now, we're going to take you down to the field and let you listen in while they introduce the rest of the senior football team. And once the football team's recognized, we will come back and give you some stats for tonight's game.
Andrew plans to study kinesiology in college. Number 22, Marcavian Williams, escorted by Anitra Roseborough and Cedric Williams. He plans to attend a technical school, study diesel mechanics, secure his CDL, and become a truck driver. Number 27, Cameron Gibson, escorted by Howard Gibson. He plans to continue playing football in college and become a firefighter. Number 33, Latravian Jackson, escorted by Shaniqua Fisher, Raiden Jenkins, Janice Fisher, Linda Morris, and LaTorrance Jackson. He plans to get his real estate license. Number 35, Xavier Zachary. Xavier plans to get his barber's license. Number 43, Sam Palmer. Escorted by Chase and Sarah Palmer. Sam plans to continue his education at Baylor University. Sick 'em Bears.
Number 45, to Derek Jones. Escorted by Patricia and Derek Jones. He plans to continue his education in college. Number 48, Jason Gaona. He is escorted by Eurythmic and Mario Gaona. He plans to attend Stephen F. Austin University, receive a Bachelor of Science in Agriculture, and get a teacher certification. Number 50, Brandon Mendel, escorted by Sarah Weir. He plans to begin his career and make some money. Number 53, T.J. Culberson. He is escorted by Denny and Cherie Culberson. He plans to continue his education at the college level. Number 56, Curtin Crawford. Escorted by Curtin Crawford and Aneska Jones. He plans to graduate from college and get a good job. Number 68, Peter Aguirre, escorted by Pete Aguirre, Tanya Sanchez, Becky Aguirre, Daisy Aguirre, and Ivy Jackson. He plans to go to college and get his welding certification. Number 74, Willie Williams, escorted by Willie James Williams Jr. He plans to go to college and hopes to get a chance at the NFL. Taryn Satchel, number 76, escorted by Latasha Campbell. He plans to go to college to major in civil engineering. Number 79, Austin Green, escorted by Lisa Roberts and Winfred Bowgreen. He plans to study criminal justice ranging from law enforcement, corrections, bail bondsman, and private detective to be a change maker and work with diverse communities after attending a four-year college. Number 80, Christopher George, escorted by Cedric Crosby and Shantara Williams. He plans to obtain his commercial driver's license to drive a truck. Number 82, Kenneth Callaway. He is escorted by Tiffany Henderson Callaway. His plans are to go to college and secure a degree in aeronautical engineering. Number 84, LaQuavian Newman, escorted by Tracy Jones. His future plans include enlisting in the military. Number 91, Isaiah Alexander. Escorted by Sorteria Flakes, Rodney Flakes, Grace Salem, Gail Flakes, and Ashton Brown. He plans to continue his education in college. Number 92, Malachi Maddox, escorted by Shante Maddox and Eric Wilbert and Marla Martin. He plans to secure his commercial driver's license and drive trucks or play football. Number 96, Andres Garcia, escorted by Zenaida Murillo. He plans to begin his pipelining career with his dad. And now the senior athletic trainers.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you've heard the recognition of the seniors for the Maverick football team. We're going to bring it back up in the booth. We're going to take a short commercial break. We'll hear from a couple of our sponsors, and we're going to come back and we're going to talk about the offense and defense, kind of what's on the line tonight. Chase Palmer should be making his way up into the booth. So let's take a short commercial break here at Maverick Stadium, and we'll be right back here on the heartbeat of East Texas and the Brown Rig Insurance Pregame Show.
This is Matt Moore, General Manager of Marshall Ford and Mavericks Chevrolet in Marshall. If you're in the market for a newer pre-owned vehicle, take the short drive over to Highway 59 South and come and visit us. All of our inventory can be seen on the web at marshallford.net or at maverickchevrolet.net. With the largest discounts in East Texas, you're sure to find what you're looking for. If you haven't done business with us before, come see what you're missing. And if you have, we look forward to seeing you again soon. Marshall Ford and Mavericks Chevrolet, your hometown automotive dealers.
It's time to have your heating and air conditioning units checked out. Keith Air Conditioning and Heating, where you get Trane equipment, quality, full service, same-day response, free estimates for residential and commercial customers. Trane and Keith Air Conditioning and Heating since 1975. Keith Air Conditioning warranties all work, whether you need to repair or a new Trane system. Call Brian Keith, 903-935-3664. It's hard to stop a train.
If you love your high school, Texas Bank & Trust has a great new way to show your Bandemonium. It's with the new Texas Bank & Trust High School Bandemonium Visa check cards. These cards have high school colors and mascots from many East Texas schools. Use the Bandemonium card for your normal everyday purchases and show your school spirit at the same time. Texas Bank & Trust Bandemonium Visa check cards. The one card fans demand. Texas Bank & Trust. Strength, stability, service, and Bandemonium cards.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Maverick Stadium. We are here on senior night as we're continuing to see the seniors from some of the auxiliary programs being recognized. Reggie Cooper has now joined us in the booth. He got tied up in Kilgore. He's here, ready for the stats, and he's going to join me in the pregame show until Chase Palmer. He is working his way up into the booth after being involved in senior night with his son Sam. Just a little bit about the matchup. As many of you know, this is has turned in a pretty good county-wide rival.
Big-time rivalry.
Yeah, it's, football, anything that they play, Reggie. The other night in volleyball, and the Mavericks were successful this year against the Lady Bobcats, beating them 3 times this season. And whether it's football, basketball, baseball, softball,
absolutely,
whatever. It's these kids like to compete, and really they compete, but a lot of them are friends. I know my son that played baseball. He competed against some kids from over there. They played select ball together, and just some neat friendships. But it's all on the line tonight. Tell you a little bit about the series. They have been district opponents since 2002. During that period of time, the Mavericks lead that series 16-5. They did play each other in 2000, 2001 as non-district opponents, but never played prior to 2000. Just being that close, I guess as Hallsville has grown. The Mavericks have won the last 5 straight, and the last time they lost to the Bobcats was back in 2014 when they lost 21-19. The Bobcats
he's back.
Chase has made his way into the booth here.
But I'll say, even though it's a young rivalry, it is a rivalry, and those guys go after it. Very, very competitive, and you know how it is.
It is. Like I say, when you're this close and there's kind of bragging rights, and like I say, there's a lot of relationships that we're not that far apart. But Reggie, we've talked about, and of course you've been in the booth all year doing the stats and listening on the pregame and the conversations. We kind of talked about the Mavericks district schedule. We kind of felt like that as we got through the first 3 games, and Texas High and Pine Tree being at the front end of the schedule, we kind of felt like it would be some easy sledding from there on out. And it's been anything but that.
I don't think it's going to be easy sledding at all. These teams want to come and compete, and everybody wants to win. And so, I don't think there's an easy game out there.
Well, as you look at the last 2, White House, which at the time was winless in the season, we battled them up until just the last few minutes of the game. We finally put that one away, and then, we really got a gift in Mount Pleasant last Friday night up there. The Mavericks, if you were at that game or was listening to it or watching it online, that was quite a battle. The Mavericks trailed by 2 touchdowns, about 10 minutes to play, and were gifted a couple of turnovers and really, really played well in the fourth quarter and won that game in regulation. And, this Hallsville team that we're going to face tonight, going back to 19, they lost 20 straight games, but they're getting better every week.
And you say gifted from last week, and true enough, a lot of people will look at that as a big time gift, but I can't take away from the Mavs that they played until the end. And so I got to give them credit, because those fellas, they played hard.
They really did. Like I say, they just couldn't seem to get it all together those first 3 quarters. That I went back and watched the first half, and that drive where we dropped the touchdown pass, and then the very next play we line up for a field goal, get it blocked, and it goes back across midfield, and you make that catch, and it's probably a totally different ball game.
Absolutely.
Again, we did get the victory, but when we fast forward here tonight, I guarantee you these Hallsville Bobcats, they're going to give the Mavericks all they want. And there's some guys, we talk about Hallsville, just some numbers and names that you're going to probably hear us calling out a lot tonight. Hallsville is going to be more of a passing team. They've got a junior quarterback, number 6, Jace Mosley. As you look at his stats, 127 from 228, 1,825 yards. He's had 15 touchdown passes, only thrown 6 interceptions. He's also run the football 96 times for 431 yards and 5 touchdowns. So he's certainly going to cause some havoc for this Maverick defense.
Absolutely. The better be up for the test. I'll tell you that for sure with those stats.
And, going to be in the backfield with him, number 1, the running back, senior Elijah Nicholson. He's got numbers that are very comparable to J.G. Davis. He's toted the ball 153 times for 870 yards. He has 8 touchdown carries. Additionally, he's a dual threat back. He's also caught 20 passes for 374 yards and 5 additional touchdowns. And you look out there, the 2 top wide receivers are going to be number 5, Carter Rojas, and number 4, Cameron Galt. Between the 2 of them, they've got over 1,000 yards receiving. And then on the defensive end, they've got their leading tackler at linebacker, number 19, Kalen Reed. He leads the team in tackles with 63. So those are probably some of the names you'll hear a lot us calling for the Bobcats as this battle starts.
But with all that being said, all those great stats, that just basically means that we can't wait. Our guys can't wait and come off the ball slow and sluggish. We got to meet them head on, right off the bat. It's that whole hit them in the mouth thing right off the bat.
Absolutely. You look back at last week at Hallsville, they led Nacogdoches right out of the gate. They had a 2-touchdown lead. Nacogdoches fought back and ultimately won that game. But you look at Hallsville's offense, probably maybe the top offense in the district. They are scoring almost 28 points a game. But on the other side, their defensive side of the ball seems to be a little weaker. They're giving up a little over 36 points a game. So that could play into the Mavericks' favor. As we mentioned early on the broadcast, the big news is Marshall's starting quarterback. We're not sure how that's going to play out and probably will not know until kickoff.
But when you're faced with adversity, a lot of times your other players will show up. And so it's not always about offense, it's not always about defense, and sometimes it just depends on what's needed. And so today, our defense needs to step up, our special teams need to step up, and carry the load,
Absolutely, and we talk about quarterback. We'll talk a little bit about the stats for Michael Olvera. He is our senior starting quarterback at 5'9", 195 pounds. When he came in halfway through that Longview game, since that time he's thrown 141 passes, completed 78 of them for 1,049 yards. He's thrown 6 touchdowns, and when you look at who backs him up, Collier Sloan is the sophomore with great arm, very, very strong arm. We saw him in New Caney. He is a young sophomore against a good New Caney team. He took the field and he took his lumps during that game. He was 8 for 18, 110 yards, touchdown, and unfortunately threw 3 interceptions, and just a young player. But
that's okay. Just keep coming back. Sometimes you have to take those lumps and just grow up really, really fast. And I think he's up for the task. Marshall has a lot of talent, and so he's one of them that's very, very talented, and I think we're going to be just fine.
I totally agree. In addition to having that opportunity to start 2 games, also started the Longview game, but since that time when he's been on the sideline, he's obviously had the opportunity to, during practice, and he's been able to observe on Friday nights to see, the speed of the game, and so certainly he's going to be improved. And as you mentioned, he's got a very strong arm. We anticipate that he'll be our starting quarterback the next 2 years. But anyway, we've talked a little bit. We're going to step away. We're going to take another commercial break, and when we come back, Chase Palmer should be making his way into the booth, and we are just a few minutes away from the light show. We'll be right back here at Maverick Stadium in the Brown Rig Agency Insurance Pregame Show.
Marshall ISD athletics programs help students achieve the highest level of success both on and off the field by challenging them to grow physically, intellectually, emotionally, and socially. Our athletes have access to state-of-the-art training facilities, providing them with top-tier tools needed to be successful. MISD has a rich history of developing talented athletes that have proven to be successful at the college and professional levels. Come play at Marshall ISD and find out why we take pride in our past and promise for our future.
At RRCU, you never have to worry about what's in your wallet. Just worry about what's in your mobile wallet. With RRCU's new Rewards Visa credit card, your money is safe and secure right inside your smartphone. Keep your Visa Rewards card in your smartphone mobile wallet and be ready to earn rewards with every purchase. Details at rrcu.com. Enjoy extra features like card swap and Visa purchase alerts. Your cards are always safe when they're in your RRCU mobile wallet. RRCU is federally insured by NCUA.
All right, welcome back here to Maverick Stadium. There are still cars piled up coming down Maverick Drive as the stadium is continuing to fill up. Look down here, a good crowd on the Marshall side. The Hallsville side is filling up as well. Again, this is a big rivalry game. Just wanted to hear Chase Palmer just walked in. We're going to hand him his headset, and we're going to get him plugged in here. We'll talk a little bit about what the district looks like, as we talked a little bit about offense and defense, and we spent some time talking about the Lady Mavs. But as we come into tonight's contest, again, the Mavericks and the Bobcats are competing in District 5A, Division 2, Region 3, District 9. And as we prepare to kick off, Texas High is leading the district at 5-0. Marshall right behind them, but they're only lost to Texas High at 4-1. Nacogdoches, which will be next week's opponent, 3-2. And then there's 3 teams that are stacked in, fighting for a playoff spot. Pine Tree, Mount Pleasant, and Hallsville all stand at 2-3. So, Chase, the big games tonight, obviously Marshall, Hallsville, We'll talk a little bit how that affects them. Texas High has the opportunity to clinch the district with a win in at home against Nacogdoches, and in another big game against Pine Tree and Mount Pleasant.
I'll tell you what, it's a big night tonight all the way around for Marshall. A win tonight and a loss by Nacogdoches clinches second place. And that would be a home playoff game, round one. That'd be a really big deal. Probably going to play Brian Rudder unless something kind of crazy happens over there. Brian Rudder's a really good football team. That's a long trip from Brian Rudder to Marshall, Texas. So having that home playoff game would be enormous.
Oh, it would indeed, and I've got the stats here, and we'll tonight throughout the broadcast, we typically kind of update you on the scores from our district as well as some of the teams of interest, Longview and so forth. But we're going to try to we're going to introduce you into District 10, which will be who we'll match up with in the first round of playoffs. Just real quick, you've got Montgomery leading that district at 4-0, A&M Consolidated at 4-1. As Chase mentioned, you got Brian Rudder at 3-1. So those three teams there are most likely going to play our 2, 3, and 4 seed.
And they play tonight, A&M Consolidated and Brian Rudder, so that could flop.
It could. Yeah, they do indeed. That's going to be a big game. And then you look at and that's a 7-team district where we're an 8-team district. You look at, all 7 of those teams still have a chance to make the playoffs. You take the other 4 teams, Fulshire, Huntsville, which Coach Southern, I guess, is still in Huntsville, Lamar Consolidated, and Lake Creek are all have one win. We're going to let you enjoy the light show here at Mavericks Stadium. We'll pause real quick while you observe this.
Yeah, that's a brand new light feature. Marshall's had it about 2 years. When they redid the stadium lights, they added that feature, the light strobe. Really neat feature. Cool for the kids. First time we've seen it here in 2021. And the Mavs pull it out for Marshall Hallsville. That's a pretty neat component there as the Mavs run out, get everybody juiced up, ready to play.
Well, I hope we are fully juiced because, Reggie, before you joined us up here, Chase, you take away the records. I mean, this is a cross-county rival. Hallsville lost 20 straight games and then rolled off a couple of wins, got beat last week in a game that they could have won against Nacogdoches. So they're getting better every week, and the Marshall Mavericks better have it strapped on because we're going to have a football game here tonight at Mavericks Stadium.
Yeah, this is going to be a big one. Marshall is struggling a little bit on offense, averaging right about 20 points a game, about 24 points a game, I think. Let's look here. 23.9 in 2021. But the defense only giving up right at 20 points a game. When you look at Hallsville's scoring right at 27.6 a game, but they're giving up 36. So it's going to be an interesting game here. You've got strength versus strength. Our defense, our strength, their offense, their strength. It's going to be whoever kind of plays well on that matchup, I think.
I totally agree with what you're saying there, and I say we'll pause for the prayer here.
Among the players. Let the boys realize it's not about them and you get all the glory. Please help us to beat those Bobcats. Thank you for all you do and your endless grace. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Well, we are moments from getting this one kicked off, and I'm surprised we were able to get this done on time. Senior night here, big night for Marshall. But we're going to take a quick break here on the Brown Rig Insurance Agency pregame show. Stay with us. When we return, we'll kick it off from Marshall's Maverick Stadium. It's Marshall Hallsville. Stay with us. We'll be back.
13,000 financial advisors, $850 billion in assets under care. How did Edward Jones become one of the biggest financial service companies in the country? By not acting that way. Financial strategies, one-on-one advice, it's a big difference. And it's how Edward Jones makes sense of investing. Experience the difference for yourself. Call 1-800-ED-JONES or visit edwardjones.com for a financial advisor in Marshall. Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC.
If you love your high school, Texas Bank & Trust has a great new way to show your Bandemonium. It's with the new Texas Bank & Trust High School Bandemonium Visa check cards. These cards have high school colors and mascots from many East Texas schools. Use the Bandemonium card for your normal, everyday purchases and show your school spirit at the same time. Texas Bank & Trust Bandemonium Visa check cards. The one card fans demand. Texas Bank & Trust. Strength, stability, service, and Bandemonium cards.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Expert Collision Center, Marshall's finest for full-service paint and body repair. All makes, all models, foreign or domestic, with lifetime warranty. Expert handles them. Experts ASC Eye Care trained technicians handle other vehicle service needs. Auto glass replacement, alignments, frame straightening, bed liners, PDR repair. Insurance claim assistance from start to finish. Expert Collision, 1007 East End Boulevard North, next to the Dairy Queen in Marshall.
Jackrabbit Off-Road, Highway 59 South, your Polaris dealer. Right now, you can shop online. Look at it, pick it out, purchase your unit. Then Jackrabbit will deliver to your driveway. You never have to leave the house until you walk out, get on board, crank it up, and take off. Hey, you get financing too. You don't have to make a payment for 6 months, and we'll also pick your unit up, repair it, and bring it back. Jackrabbit Off-Road, your Polaris off-road dealer.
Make Marshall great again with Casey Sloan Construction, the contractor that can do it all. Are you looking to expand your business building, build a new business, or build a home? Call Casey Sloan at 903-503-3733. Casey Sloan has built hundreds of commercial projects, and he can even do residential buildings. He also does renovations and remodeling. Casey Sloan is your local contractor for everything. 903-503-3733. Voted #1 contractor in East Texas.
Well, folks, welcome back here to Marshall's Mavericks Stadium, where the Marshall Mavericks are getting set to kick it off against the Hallsville Bobcats. I'm Chase Palmer, Glenn Bickerdike, Reggie Cooper, Topher Patty, Alec Reyes, the whole crew. Thanks, Glenn, for helping us out here early. I had a senior tonight, so got to be a part of the senior day festivities. That's pretty neat and pretty strange at the same time.
Well, did you get emotional?
Yeah, I've worked really hard not to do that so far.
Because I was going to tell you that's okay.
Yeah, there are no bets are off tonight for that, so we'll kind of see what happens. So here we go. We're about to have the Texas Scrap and Salvage coin toss here from Mavericks Stadium. Again tonight, Marshall versus Hallsville. Real quick, the Mavericks looking at this one. The Mavs have a pretty good lead here. Let me grab that, Glenn Bickerdike.
You got it?
Yeah, let me grab that right there. So looking here, the Marshall Mavs, let's look at this series. 22nd meeting tonight of Marshall-Hallsville. Been district foes since 2002. Marshall leads in the series 16-5. Okay. So let's see what the Mavs do tonight. So we got a really cool deal. The Marshall comes out and with a little young man and does the coin toss tonight. It's going to be number 50, Brandon Mendel, and I believe that's number, is that 53?
53.
53 for Marshall. That's going to be Tajay Culbertson. Will be handling the the coin toss duties tonight for the Mavericks.
Some of our other players here that are at the 9 markers there at the 50. Looks like they have a poster of, I believe that's going to be Hayden Blaylock, young player that we lost last season tragically. Continuing to remember him.
Well, let's see here. We've had the coin toss. We're trying to decide who gets what. I guess we just shook hands. No, I think we've had the coin toss. So looks like Marshall has won the toss. And Marshall will elect to receive. So the Mavericks have won the toss tonight. A coin toss brought to you by Texas Scrap and Salvage. 201 Ward Street in Marshall. Don't flip a coin to decide what to do with your scrap. Take it to Texas Scrap and Salvage. So we appreciate them sponsoring us here tonight. And the Marshall Mavericks will start with the football. And I'll tell you what, Glenn, I think they're doing that because what Hallsville does offensively is they really try to limit your possessions. They try to limit you to a possession and a half per quarter. So the Mavericks want the football early, see if they can score. I'm guessing that's the thought process there.
Well, I've told our listeners that the big storyline tonight is at quarterback for the Mavericks, knowing that Olvera is a game-time physician. So we're going to be able to tell you here momentarily. We're about to have the the opening kickoff, and we'll see who trots that on the field. And just as soon as we know that, we're going to let you know here.
So back deep for the Mavs. They will be returning this left to right on your radio dial. Here comes the kick from Hallsville. It's going to be a deep kick. It's going to be taken by the Mavericks at their 5-yard line. Coming to the outside to the 10. Has a lane to the 20. Still on his feet. He'll carry a Bobcat to the 25-26. And a good return there. I think that's going to be number 7.
Yeah, it's Montana Warren on the return there. He's going to bring it out just over the 25, and as the Maverick offense makes his way, it looks like it will be Collier Sloan at quarterback for the Mavericks.
So Marshall will start with the football from their own 26-yard line. Collier Sloan, the sophomore, started the season. Gave way to Michael O'Vare in the second half of the second game. So here we go. 2 receivers right, heavy formation left. Sloan in the shotgun with J.Q. Davis behind him. They're going to give it to Davis, going to the outside. Has a man, makes one miss, but he's only going to pick up 2. They'll mark him right about the 28.
Bobcat defense, good job there. The entire defense, all 11 players were, all within not too many yards of each other. It looks like they're going to kind of stack the line, Chase, and make the Mavericks throw the football with the young sophomore quarterback in there. This is going to be a short 2-yard game on the first play from scrimmage.
Bring up second down and 8 for the Mavs from the 28-yard line. 2 receivers right, 2 backs, 1 on either side of Collier Sloan. Takes a snap, hands it to J.Q. Davis, trying to get to the outside. He will. He'll make one man miss, takes it to the 30, to the 31. He'll be run out of bounds right there.
That was a 5-man front for the Hallsville defense. They are certainly playing for the run. Davis able to kind of break outside, got a little running room. He's going to set up a 3rd and 5 for the Maverick offense, although, you look back most of the season, our first possession has not been very lucrative, and this is kind of promising.
Big play here for Marshall. 3rd down and 5 from their own 31-yard line. 11-10 to play in the first. We're scoreless from Maverick Stadium. Heavy set formation for the Mavericks, heavy right. Sloan, note this is going to be J.Q. Davis right up the middle. He'll pick the first down up and more. He'll cross the 35. They'll mark him at the 37.
I tell you what, this is just seeing who's going to flinch first. The Bobcats, again, they had 4 down linemen, 2 linebackers up close on the outside, so really a 6-man front. Davis able to find a little crease there, and he pushes the ball past the first down marker, and it's going to be a first down for the Mavericks.
6-yard pickup there. Domar Roberson in at quarterback. He's in again right here. Heavy set again to the right. Takes a snap, does Domar. Now he'll hand it off to JQ. Patient running up the middle, runs behind that big line. He'll cross the 40. They'll mark him at the 43.
Chase, one thing we're seeing so far just in this early in the game here in this first possession, it looks like the Mavericks are having some success down in the trenches, being able to move that Hallsville defensive line, which we struggled to do these last couple of games.
6-yard pickup there from J.Q. Davis on first down. It'll bring up second down and 4 for the Mavs from their own 43-yard line. 10-15 to play in the first. Heavy set formation, right. Roberson shotgun. Takes it to J.Q. Davis. Gets to the outside. He'll make one man miss, but he'll be tackled after a gain of only 1. They'll mark him at the 44.
Yeah, that closed in pretty quick. Robertson, he pulled it out on that like zone read, I guess you would say, and the Bobcat defense were able to bottle him up just for a short game. It's going to be 3rd and 3 for the Maverick offense.
So back comes Sloan on 3rd and 3. Again, ball spotted right outside the 44-yard line. It's really between the 43 and the 44 on the left hash. It'll be 3rd down and 3 for the Mavs. From their own 44, 2 receivers left. Ball left hash, Sloan in the shotgun. Takes a snap, drops back, hands it off, and J.Q. Davis bottled up, but nope, he busts out to the 40, to the 35, to the 34. What a run from J.Q. Davis.
That is signature J.Q. Davis running. He kind of looked for the hole to open, and he hit it. He was able to shed a couple of tacklers, and that is going to be a huge gain for the Maverick offense as they're well into Hallsville territory. As they 22-yard run is going to take it down to the 34-yard line of Hallsville.
And with that run, J.Q. Davis will go over 1,000 yards on the season. He needed 35 tonight. That 22 puts him well over. So from the right hash, 1st and 10 for the Mavs. Collier Sloan in the shotgun. Actually, it's going to be Roberson, I believe. No, it's Bird in the shotgun. He'll fake the handoff. He'll keep it. Big hole. Off he goes to the 20, to the 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Devernius Bird Robinson.
And we're going to get a penalty. It's going to be a block, a receiver out there on a a defender that wasn't even in the play. I couldn't tell if he blocked him in the back or if it was going to call a blind side. But Bird Robertson, that whole chase, I believe I could have scored on that play.
And that's going to be a penalty that really did not need to be called. That had nothing to do with the play. I mean, that guy wasn't going to make the tackle regardless. So that's going to bring it back. Not going to be, I don't think it's going to be a touchdown. And boy, I tell you, Coach Greedle not happy.
There is no foul for blocking.
No foul for blocking in the back. Picked it up.
They're going to wave that off. Like I was wondering maybe if they were going to call a blindside block, but again, that defender was way out of the play. What a tremendous run by Bird Robinson. He's going to give the Mavericks the early 6-point lead pending an extra point. We're going to have a 7-0 game.
So Bird takes it 34 yards on the quarterback keeper. Just the zone read there. 8:46 to play. Mavericks are on the board first as we await the point after. They're going to be offside. Snap is back. Hold is down. Kick is up. This is going to be offsides on Hallsville before the snap.
I think contact was made, so that's going to blow it dead. Chase, on the penalty, do you change your plan here and go for two, or do you go ahead and take?
I wouldn't chase points early. Let's go ahead and I'd go ahead and take the points here.
Every offensive play we've had so far has been positive, just trying to get that extra point.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's a whale of a way to start a football game. Marshall's offense has struggled to start a game, and they have actually the last 3 games all negative. They've had negative yardage.
That's what I was pleased to see, that 3rd and 5, because we've had such difficult on that opening drive each week.
So as we await the point after, snap is back, hold is down, kick is up, and it is right down the middle, and it is good. 8:46 to play in the first quarter. Our score, Marshall 7, Hallsville nothing. Stay with us. You're listening to Marshall Maverick Football on the heartbeat of East Texas.
This is Matt Moore, General Manager of Marshall Ford and Mavericks Chevrolet in Marshall. If you're in the market for a newer pre-owned vehicle, take the short drive over to Highway 59 South and come and visit us. All of our inventory can be seen on the web at marshallford.net or at maverickchevrolet.net. With the largest discounts in East Texas, you're sure to find what you're looking for. If you haven't done business with us before, come see what you're missing. And if you have, we look forward to seeing you again soon. Marshall Ford and Mavericks Chevrolet, your hometown automotive dealers.
Well, welcome back to Marshall's Maverick Stadium. The Mavs go 7 plays, 74 yards, and Bird Robinson takes it 34 yards on the TD run. 8:46 to play here in the first. That's your Kyle Dansby scoring recap. And the Mavericks take the early 7-0 lead.
I tell you, that was very impressive. We talked about the pregame. The Hallsville defense is their weaker side of the ball, and the Mavericks just took it to them. I think they dominated there in the trenches. The big boys were pushing them around. Good running by J.Q. Davis, and then, of course, that scoring play there by Robinson to give the Mavericks a 7-0 lead.
So here we go back deep for Hallsville will be number 5. That's going to be Carter Rogas. Kicking left to right is going to be Buck Buchanan. Boomer Buck, here he comes with the aqua shoes tonight. Brand new kicker shoes, and he's going to kick this one onto the M in the end zone, and it'll be a touchback for the Mavs.
Chase, as we talk about our listeners from all around the country and certainly here at home, I'd like to recognize one that's probably listening to us tonight, Mr. G.K. Brumble over in Hallsville, a good friend of mine. Me and Mr. Brumble have a friendly wager every year for lunch, and he's bought my lunch the last 5 years, and I'm hoping it's going to be 6 next week.
That's right. So here we go, folks. Here come the Hallsville Bobcats. Quarterback's going to be Jace Mosley. He'll be in the shotgun. Nicholson will be to his left. They'll have a wide receiver split wide left, 2 wide right, but they'll be right at the line of scrimmage. Marshall in a 5-man front. They're going to do a flea flicker. Coming this side, lots of room. To the 30, he'll make one man miss. To the 40, he'll be knocked out of bounds there, and lucky we didn't get a late penalty there.
Yeah,
but the flea flicker, here they come.
Right, the Hallsville offense is going to come out with a little razzle-dazzle. They have a nice gain on their first play for scrimmage, and Chase, you're exactly right. We were very fortunate that we didn't get a 15-yard late hit out of bounds. He was clearly out of bounds and got a shove and put him on the ground. That was a 17-yard gain there on first down.
Actually going to mark him back at the 42-yard line, 1st and 10 for Hallsville. Mosley in the shotgun. Nicholson to his right. Marshall 4-man front. Takes the snap, hands it to Nicholson going over right side. He'll make 1-man miss. Good job there. Going to get him down at the 46.
Now that's their big back. Number one, we talked about in the pregame. He's got similar numbers to J.Q. Davis, and he gets his first carry of the night, a 4-yard gain.
So 2nd down and 6 for Hallsville from their own 46-yard line. Big play here for Marshall's defense to try to get them behind in the count. 2 receivers left. Mosley's going to be in the shotgun. He'll send Nicholson out in motion. Now he's going to take it up the middle. He'll try to get to the outside. He'll make 1 miss. He'll be tackled short of the 1st down at the 49, so it'll bring up 3rd down and 1.
Chase has shared the pregame the stats on Mosley. He's certainly impressive as a passing quarterback, but also does a good job running the football.
Okay, so Marshall not going to get this. See if they can get this guy off. Oh, we're going to be offside.
We're going to give him a 1st down. We were completely out of sorts running guys on and off the field, and looked like Seabiscuit ran out there, got into a 3-point stance, and just immediately blew across the ball and made contact. Oh, that was Adams, Trey Adams. And he makes contact. The play is blown dead, and that's going to be another 1st down for the Hallsville offense. They're likewise moving the ball down the field.
Yeah, that was a bad play there from the nose, and easy 1st down now on the 3rd down and 1. Marshall gives them 1, so it's 1st down and 10 from the Maverick 44. Marshall looks to bring a blitz here. They do. It's Palmer in the backfield. He'll run him down, but the pass is going to be made. Screen pass outside. Catch will be made by Nicholson. He'll cross the 40. He'll take it all the way down to the 36 of Marshall. It'll be just short of a 1st down.
Hallsville really has 2 dual threat players. They've got a quarterback that can throw and run, and then they've also got a running back that's very good running the football, also very good coming out of the backfield catching the football.
7:17 to play in the 1st. It's 7-0 Marshall, but Hallsville driving at the Marshall 36. 2nd down and about 2.5 for Hallsville. Mosley in the shotgun, Nicholson to his left, 2 receivers left. They're going to hand it to Nicholson up the middle. He'll make 1-man miss, and he'll cross the 30 to the 29. It'll be enough for a 1st down.
Looks like this is going to be 2 offensive displays. The Mavericks offense able to score on their first possession, and Hallsville is having their way with the Maverick defense so far here on their first drive.
Yeah, Marshall's got to come bring some more pressure up. They're only running a 3-man front, and right now getting diced up the middle. They'll hand it to Nicholson again. No, quarterback's going to keep it. He flings it to the outside. The catch will be made at the 30. Actually, at the 29, it'll be no gain on the play.
That was number 28. That was kind of a juggling act. The ball was thrown just a little over his head. He's able to get a hand. That was Ethan Miller, one of their top receivers, and able to make the catch. But as you mentioned, Chase, it was no gain on the play. It maybe going to give him a yard. So it's like it's going to be 2nd and 9.
So Nicholson in the Mosley in the shotgun. Nicholson to his left. Two wide receivers right, 1 to the left. They'll stop and look to the sideline here as we go under 15 seconds on the play clock. With 6:20 to go here in the 1st quarter. Big play here. 2nd down and about 9 for Hallsville from the Marshall 28-yard line. From the left hash, Mosley takes the snaps. Going to fake the handoff to Nicholson. Go throw it across the middle. Catch is going to be made. Marshall's not going to make the tackle. It's Rogas. He'll go down to the 5. And Marshall's defense on their heels right now.
Yeah, that's the top receiver for the Bobcats. Rogas, he catches the ball over the middle. I thought the Bobcats were lined up in a legal formation there. The left tackle, if you notice, he was way back in the backfield along with the other 4 backs, and that's an illegal formation. And you can see again, he's really kind of back in the backfield.
2 receivers right, 1 to the left from the 5-yard line. They're going to hand it to Nicholson. He'll be hit behind the line, but not brought down, but we will get him at the 5, so it looks like no gain on the play.
Yeah, I guess the coaching staff, they're not going to point that out to the officials, but number 79 here over on our side, that's Remington Talasek.
Yeah, he's lining up in the backfield every play.
Yeah, big sophomore left tackle for Hallsville, and he's really back in the backfield, and the line judge over here is letting it go.
5:14 to play. 2nd and goal for Hallsville from the 5. Mosley in the shotgun, 3 receivers right, and Nicholson to his left. Marshall looks to bring some pressure. They're going to hand it to Nicholson going right side. He'll be hit about the line of scrimmage. He's going to pick up about 3. They're going to mark him at the 3. Actually, only going to give him 2.
Hallsville had a receiver, I don't know if you noticed out there, spread wide to the right. I can't get the number. He's all the way across the field, but he was jumping up down the end zone. He was number 4. He was out there all on. That's Cam Galt.
Okay, so big play here, 3rd down and goal for the Bobcats from the Marshall 3. It's 7-0 Mavericks. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Ball right hash. Mosley in the shotgun. He'll have Nicholson to his left with an up back right. So from the right hash, here we go. Marshall's going to bring some pressure. They fake the handoff. Rogas is going to keep it, but the quarterback will keep it to the outside, and he'll score. Marshall should have made that tackle on the outside, but doesn't make it.
Yeah, that's just not real good execution there on the defense. They had him strung out, but just let him get outside, and the athletic quarterback, Jace Mosley, he goes in virtually almost untouched, and that's going to they're going to answer the Mavericks on their scoring drive with a scoring drive of their own.
So as we await the point after, Marshall's defense gives up a 6, and the kick is up, and it's good. Marshall had an opportunity to block that, didn't get to it. So stay with us. 4:21 to play in the first quarter. We're knotted at 7 from Marshall's Maverick Stadium. We'll be back after this.
Certified Collision and Glass for auto, pickup truck, and 18-wheeler repair. Certified Collision and Glass specializes in body and glass repair. Rock chip to a complete installation. Certified Collision and Glass has certified technicians and the equipment to repair the all-aluminum Ford F-150 pickup. Certified Collision and Glass, Highway 59 next to Marshall Ford, Marshall, Texas, leading the way in body repair. It's certified.
So the Hallsville Bobcats answer the bell. They go 10 plays, 75 yards, a 3-yard run from Mosley off left tackle. So with 4:21 left to play in the first, we're knotted at 7. Your Kyle Bansby scoring recap as the Bobcats get in the Austin Bank red zone, and they take advantage of it. On 3rd down and goal from the 3, Marshall had an opportunity to keep them out, not able to do so.
So I believe we're going to have a scoring fest here. Both offenses are having their ways with the respective defenses so far early here in the game.
So here comes the kick from the Bobcats. It's going to be another deep kick. This is going to be taken by Montana Warren at the 5-yard line. To the 10, has that outside seam. He'll take it to the 25, and that's where Marshall will start. Good return there. So Marshall needs to answer the bell and then get a stop.
Well, Sloan is coming back in at quarterback, and we saw the Maverick offense kind of mix it up there on that first drive. We saw 3 different players take snap. We saw Sloan, Chi-Chi Robertson, and Bird Robinson that actually scored the touchdown.
1st and 10 for Marshall. 2 receivers left, 1 right. A back on either side of Sloan. They'll bring 1 man in motion. They're going to give it to J.Q. Davis over left side, rather. He'll lose a yard.
Bobcat defense just bottled him up. No hole really developed over there on the left side of the line, and Bobcats just closed it up and going to tackle him for a no gain on 1st down.
They're going to say he got back to the line of scrimmage, so that'll bring up 2nd down and 10 for Marshall. Need to keep pace here. Do not need to get behind here in the scoring. So it's tied at 7.
Mavericks still have not put the ball in the air.
2nd down and 10 for Marshall from their own 25. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Bird in the shotgun. He's going to fake. He's going to hand this one to J.Q. Davis. A big hole going over right side. He'll carry a man across the 30. He'll take it all the way to the 33. What a run from J.Q.
Well, when the Bobcat defense, when they stack it up like that, they had looked like 7 men up front, and Davis able to get past that first line of attack and has a nice 8-yard run on that 2nd down play.
Big play here for Marshall. 2nd down or 3rd down and 2. We go heavy set right. 1 wide receiver, split wide right. It's Domar Roberson in at quarterback. He's going to take the snap, hands it up. He fumbles the football. Now he's on it. He's going to reverse out the other side. Can he get to the outside? He will not, and he'll be thrown for a loss all the way back at the 23-yard line, and that's just not being a quarterback every day, and he fumbled the snap. Would have been an easy 1st down.
Oh, absolutely. As you mentioned, Chase, when you're not used to taking that snap, that's something that we just kind of take for granted, but you have an inexperienced, really a wide receiver, an athlete back there taking the snap in the Wildcat, and he just kind of fumbles the ball, unable to pick it up and get outside, and a huge loss in the first big negative play for the Maverick offense.
Yeah, that hole was humongous. He would have easily got a 1st down there. So Marshall will be punting from their own 23-yard line. Perfect snap back. Here comes the kick from Buck. Great kick. It's going to be a high-flying kick. It'll be taken at the 34, and he'll be tackled about the 43, and that's where they'll start.
Bobcats are going to have nice field position for their second drive of the evening.
They're putting that ball at the 46. There's no way he got to the 46.
Well, the Maverick defense, they hopefully have made some adjustments after that first drive. We've got to, they're going to put it at the 46.
Wow, that's surprising. I thought he went out of bounds well short. So Marshall loses the advantage with the football. It'll be Hallsville ball, first down and 10 from the Marshall 46-yard line, or from the Hallsville 46-yard line. Hand it off, fake the handoff to, quarterback Nicholson's going to keep it way back there now. He's trying to get away, going to be a huge loss for Hallsville. They'll lose back inside the 45. They'll mark it at the 43, I think.
I tell you what, he did, Mosley did an excellent job there. He only lost 3 on that first down play, but it could have been 6 or 7, maybe 8. He fought for some yardage and didn't quite get it back to the line of scrimmage.
So here we go. Going to be second down and 13 for Hallsville. Mosley in the shotgun. 2 receivers split wide each side. Marshall a 3-man front. They're going to walk somebody up now like they're going to come. Hallsville will change the play at the line of scrimmage. 1:28 to play in the first. We're tied at 7. As we go under 6 seconds left on the play clock, Marshall fakes the pressure. Now they'll bring it. He'll go to the inside. Marshall loses contain, and off he goes. He'll pick up the first down. That's a really poor play. The ball's out. Oh, my goodness, the ball was out. That is awful.
Jake Greedle is beside himself. He is out on the field. You know, Chase, all season we've talked about how the officials had just kind of let the pile move and move and move, and obviously he wasn't down there, and the ball comes out, and the officials blow it dead.
So that's going to be a first down for Hallsville all the way down to the 42-yard line of Marshall. Terrible play there. Marshall came away with the ball. Mosley in the shotgun. He'll bring one man in motion left to right. That should have been a penalty. He went upfield too soon. Throwback, oh my goodness, wide open. Off he goes to the 40, 35-30. He may score inside the 20. He'll make one man miss. Marshall makes the tackle at the 8. Terrible contain for Marshall. Easy screen. And Hallsville is in the Austin Bank red zone.
Maverick defense not doing a very good job tonight, taking care of their assignment. We've seen Hallsville, the opening play was kind of the reverse, and then they kind of rolled to one side and throw it back to the other side of the field, and just nobody at home.
2 receivers right, first and goal for Hallsville inside the Austin Bank red zone. Mosley in the shotgun. He'll take the snap. He'll fake it. He's going to hand it off to Nicholson going right side, and he'll outrun the entire Marshall defense to the corner, and he'll score. And Marshall's defense is absolutely on their heels.
You know, we saw it last week in Mount Pleasant, Chase. Parts of that game just giving up that outside containment. When you let that running back, the quarterback, get the edge, he's got running room, and that was an easy 6 points for the Hallsville offense.
Really poor play there from the official on the strip. Marshall was off to the races with the football, and that's a 14-point swing right here early. Snap is back, hold is down, kick is up, and it's good. So 15 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Hallsville takes a 14-7 lead over the Mavericks. You're listening to Marshall Maverick Football on the Heartbeat. Stay with us. We'll be back after this.
This is Matt Moore, General Manager of Marshall Ford and Mavericks Chevrolet in Marshall. If you're in the market for a newer pre-owned vehicle, take the short drive over to Highway 59 South and come and visit us. All of our inventory can be seen on the web at marshallford.net or at maverickchevrolet.net. With the largest discounts in East Texas, you're sure to find what you're looking for. If you haven't done business with us before, come see what you're missing. And if you have, we look forward to seeing you again soon. Marshall Ford and Mavericks Chevrolet, your hometown automotive dealers.
Well, folks, welcome back here to Marshall's Maverick Stadium. Hallsville takes a 14-7 lead with 16 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. And Marshall's defense really is losing contain, and that's the difference here early. Mavericks out of position, that linebacker either side losing contain. So your scoring drive recap there brought to you by Kyle Dansby. 4 plays, 54 yards, 7-yard run from Nicholson. Here's the kick. It'll be taken by Montana Warren at the 6. He's got some room to the 20, to the 25, to the 30, 35 to the 40, and he'll be brought out of bounds. Let's see where they mark it. Should be about the 43.
Yeah, 43. It's going to be excellent starting field position on this drive for the Mavericks. Montana Warren, a strong return as he hits the Maverick sideline up to the 43 where he's knocked out of bounds. And Let's see what the Mavericks bring here on this drive.
Marshall needs to go answer, needs to score here.
Bird is in quarterback.
1st and 10 for Marshall from their own 43-yard line. 3 receivers split wide right, 2 to the left, no backs in the backfield. Bird Robinson in there now. He'll take the snap. Now he's going to just run it to the outside. Big hole. He'll cross the 50, 45, 40. Still on his feet, 35. He'll be knocked out of bounds at the 30. Oh, they say he stepped out of bounds at the 40. I don't know about that. That's a terrible call.
I was afraid we were going to get a hold there, but it was a good block, one that it could have probably been called, but the official lets it go. But it does say that Bird steps out of bounds at the 40, but still a nice 17-yard gain on 1st down.
1 second left here in the first quarter. So Marshall 1st and 10 from the Hallsville 40. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Sloan in the shotgun with a back on either side. He's going to take it, fakes the handoff, throws it to the outside. Oh, makes one man miss as Burris gets to the outside to the 25, 20, to the 15. He'll take it down to the 14. It'll be 1st down Marshall.
That was a great catch and move, and yards after the catch, Bo Burris, he puts a move on that defender, turns it upfield, and a nice gain on that 1st down play.
So, into the first quarter, our score, Hallsville 14, Marshall 7, but the Mavericks are in the Austin Bank red zone. Stay with us. We'll give you the first quarter stats when we return. You're listening to Marshall Maverick Football on the heartbeat of East Texas.
It's time to have your heating and air conditioning units checked out. Keith Air Conditioning and Heating, where you get train equipment, quality, full service, same-day response, free estimates for residential and commercial customers. Train and Keith Air Conditioning and Heating since 1975. Keith Air Conditioning warranties all work, whether you need to repair or a new train system. Call Brian Keith, 903-935-3664. It's hard to stop a train.
So, folks, welcome back here to Marshall's Maverick Stadium. We're through 1 quarter here, and the Hallsville Bobcats lead 14-7. But Marshall with the football at the Hallsville 14-yard line after a 26-yard pickup from Sloan to Burris on the wide receiver screen. So here we come. 1st down and 10 for Marshall in the Austin Bank red zone. They've got it at the 14. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Sloan in the shotgun with a back on either side. He'll bring Burris in motion left to right. Now he'll go back the other way. Handoff goes to J.Q. Davis. Oh, he slips as he crosses the 14.
He had a little bit of running room there. He was able to pick up a couple of yards, but he just slipped on the surface there. And
that's a terrible spot. They give him nothing. I thought he picked up 2. They gave him none.
I did too. I thought he was. I thought he made it well beyond inside the 15. But yeah, they're going to say he's no gain. But there were a couple of defenders there, but could have got some positive yardage for sure.
2nd down and 10 for Marshall from the 14. 2 receivers to the right. Sloan in the shotgun, takes the snaps, going to give this one to JQ going left side. Big hole to the 10, to the 5, touchdown. Let's see.
They stepped out of bounds.
No.
It looks like he stepped out about I thought it was a 2. Looks like they're going to mark it at the 3. But he did indeed step out of bounds. But it's going to be 1st down, 1st and goal for the Maverick offense.
It's going to be an 11-yard pickup there for JQ. Let's see if the Mavs can punch it in here. They've got it at the 3, ball left hash. So 11:19 to play here in the first. It's 14-7 Hallsville, but the Mavericks in the Austin Bank red zone trying to punch this one in.
Chi-Chi in at quarterback.
Ooh, heavy set formation for Marshall left. 1 receiver left. Chi-Chi's going to take it, hands it off, and J.Q. Davis will try to get in the end zone. Marshall's going to push the pile. Let's see where they mark it. They're going to take him to the 1.
I think every Hallsville defender except number 11 was in on that tackle. It looked like it was a scrum going on there just outside the goal line.
So here we go. Domar Roberson in again. He's had 1 mishandled snap here early. It's been the only thing that stopped Marshall's offense. Heavy formation left. Chi-Chi in the shotgun. Takes the snaps, going to hand it off to JQ. Oh, he's going to get tackled behind the line of scrimmage. He's going to lose yardage back to the 5. That's one Chi-Chi should have kept.
I believe so. And again, his inexperience at quarterback, not knowing when to stick it in there or pull it out and run with it. And that's going to be a terrible second down play. Well, they're going to get, I think the Mavericks going to get a pretty favorable spot there. They're going to give him his forward progress. They're going to say he stopped at the 4. He actually was tackled somewhere around the 7, maybe the 8.
Huge play here for Marshall. Need to punch this in, trailing 14-7 with 10:09 to play in the first. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Sloan in the shotgun, a back on either side. He's got J.Q. Davis left. Takes a snap, drops back, looking to throw. He's going to lob this one up in the end zone. Catch is made. Catch is made. It should be a touchdown.
Touchdown. Great catch there by.
That's Bo Burris. That's a great catch. He cannot call that off. That is a touchdown. One called a touchdown. Now we're going to have the Geneva Convention, but that's a touchdown. We've already had one official signal touchdown.
The official there that was on the play, the side judge, he had the view. He signals touchdown.
That's got to be a touchdown. We've got one official that has signaled touchdown. So now what do we have still no call from the official. Oh, my goodness, that is a terrible call. That is absolutely atrocious. The official standing right there called touchdown.
That's awful. The side judge, he is right there on the play. He signals touchdown, and the side judge comes running from 15 yards up the field, and he talks him out of it.
And that was a really, really good pass from Collier Sloan. The ball was on the mark. Dragged his feet, made the catch. Official calls touchdown in the end zone, and it's waved off by an official on the opposite side of the field. Officials so far tonight not been to Chase's liking. With 9:52 to play, Marshall will attempt the point after, and we're going to call a timeout, and we are going to talk to the officials a little bit about how bad that call was. We're going to keep it right here, see if Reggie Cooper can give us the first quarter stats. That really is a terrible, terrible call. We've had 2 bad calls here that have not gone our way early. So, 9:52 to play, 14-7 our score, and Marshall had a touchdown there, waved off by this officiating crew. I mean, it's really hard to figure out how that could get called off from the official that was literally 2 feet from it.
He was in good position. He was out beyond the end line. He was probably 3 or 4 yards from the play, looks down, thinks about it, signals touchdown, and then the line judge comes running from probably 15 or 20 yards up the field, talks to him, they go to the white hat, and they say it's incomplete.
Yeah, not his call. That is a poor officiating right there from the officiating crew here. So that's going to bring up 4th down. Marshall's going to kick the field goal. The ball spotted at the 4. It's right in the middle of the field. So let's see if the Mavericks can get 3 out of this. Should have 7 as we await the kick. Snap is back, hold is down, kick is up, and it is right down the middle. Good. So our new score with 9:47 to play here in the second quarter. It's Hallsville 14, Marshall 10. Stay with us. We'll be back after this.
If you love your high school, Texas Bank & Trust has a great new way to show your Bandemonium. It's with the new Texas Bank & Trust High School Bandemonium Visa check cards. These cards have high school colors and mascots from many East Texas schools. Use the Bandemonium card for your normal everyday purchases and show your school spirit at the same time. Texas Bank & Trust Bandemonium Visa check cards. The one card fans demand. Texas Bank & Trust. Strength, stability, service, and Bandemonium cards.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Well, folks, welcome back here to Marshall's Maverick Stadium. Our new score, it is going to be Hallsville 14, Marshall 10 after the 21-yard field goal from Buck Buchanan with 9:47?
That's what it is.
9:47 to play here, and Marshall should be getting some better calls here at the house. That was a rough one. The Mavericks had a touchdown taken off the board. Official on the ball calls it a touchdown. The one down the line wipes it away. Great pass from Collier Sloan. Great pass.
Was that Burris on the catch? Or?
That was Burris on the catch. I thought he had 2 feet in, not just one.
And in high school, you only have to have 1 in.
So that didn't go our way there, and my phone is blowing up. So here we go. The kick coming from Buck Buchanan, and he's going to boom this one out the back of the end zone. It will not be returned, and I'm sitting here looking at a picture, gorgeous picture, that shows that he was easily in the end zone, not even close. That is a terrible no call from from the officials.
That guy ought to be
You
executed.
can't get, he has both feet.
That's not even close. We got a picture from the sideline. I don't know who that was.
Got photo evidence of how bad that call was. So Marshall's got a lot to complain about here early from this officiating crew. 9:47 to play. It's 14-10 here until halftime. Marshall's defense needs a stop. Hallsville 1st and 10 from their own 25. 9:47 to go. Mosley in the shotgun. Marshall in a 5-man front here. They'll throw it quickly to the outside. And the tackle's going to be made right about the 30. Let's see where they mark it.
They're going to give him about a 4-yard gain. It's going to be a 2nd and 6 here for Hallsville.
That's going to be a gain of 5. Going to be a gain of 5. Marshall really needs a stop here. So far, things not going Marshall's way. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Mosley in the shotgun, Nicholson to his right. Marshall 4-man front. They're going to hand this off to Nicholson going right side. Marshall's there. They'll hem him in. He'll gain about 1. They'll mark him at the 31.
Seabiscuit, I believe they're hanging on. He was right on the play and was able to slow him down and get help from the outside and maybe a 1-yard gain there on 2nd down.
Huge play here for the Marshall Mavericks. Really have got to get a stop. And let's see if the Marshall defense can hold. 3 receivers right. Marshall looks to bring some pressure. No call here. They're yelling and screaming. They want a penalty out there.
We had a cornerback. He kind of jumped across the line, doesn't make contact. The receiver doesn't move.
So time is going to go under 6 seconds on the play clock. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. He does not get this off. Going to have to call a timeout. Going to have to call a timeout. So this is the big play of the football game right here. So that should have been a penalty on Marshall when we bumped into the wide receiver out there. And I tell you what, that picture right there will find its way to Facebook sooner or later tonight when I get a minute.
You. And like I say, I just cannot believe that this head linesman, he comes running from way upfield when the side judge is back there. He's in perfect position. The catch is made. He thinks about it. He doesn't make a quick decision. Thinks about it, raises his hand, touchdown, and this official rushes up the field and says, no, he's out of bounds. And I really don't know why that official let him talk him out of it.
Big play here for Marshall's defense with 8:54 to go here in the half. It's 14-10 Hallsville. From their own 31-yard line. 4 receivers split wide right. Marshall doesn't have enough DBs out here. They're going to take a man in motion. They're going to put him in the backfield now next to Mosley. Mosley takes the snap. He's going to hand it off going right side, looking to throw the football. Has a man open out there. That is a horrible pass, and it will fall incomplete. And why in the world would you do that if you're Hallsville? Thank y'all very much. Y'all punt the football. Why would you do that?
Well, they so far don't show to have the punt team coming out there.
They're not going to go for it from their 31, I don't imagine.
I wouldn't think, but I was wondering maybe if there may have been a penalty. But, the offense is staying on the field.
No.
Here they come.
No, there's crazy, and then there's stupid. And I don't believe they're going to do that with a 4-point lead. 8:46 to play. That'll stop the clock. Strange deal there trying to have a running back throw that back to the quarterback. They've had some success. I don't think they've had any negative plays.
So they were going for the home run on that play.
So back deep is going to be Chi-Chi Roberson. This ball is going to be taken by Chi-Chi. He'll make one man miss, and here he goes to the outside, to the 40, to the 45, 50, to the 45, 40. He'll take it to the 34-yard line. Good job.
That was a saving tackle there by number 79, offensive lineman Remington Talasak. He makes the saving touchdown. Otherwise, Chi-Chi, he goes the distance.
What a play from Chi-Chi Roberson. Caught it over his shoulder. And then he split 2 Bobcat defenders, and he made it out here to the outside. A 36-yard return from Chi-Chi. He'll mark it at the Hallsville 34-yard line. 1st and 10 Marshall. And, boy, the Mavericks need a touchdown here. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Mavs trail 14-10. It's going to be Bird in, I believe. Takes the snap. He's going to fake it, and he'll keep it. He'll just cross the 30. He'll fall forward to the, let's see, they're going to mark him at the 28.
I tell you what, Bird Robinson, they have not had an answer for him. Every time he's kept the football, he has had a nice game. Of course, he had that on his first touch. He had the Mavericks opening score, and he picks up 7 on that first down play. Collier Sloan will come back in at quarterback on this second down, 2nd and 3.
From the 28-yard line, left hash. 14-10 our score. Marshall with the football. 2nd down and about 4. 2 receivers right. Sloan takes it. He fakes the handoff. Going to throw a quick one to the outside. And that's good decision there to let that ball go by. That was thrown too high. Falls incomplete.
That was the intended receiver was Chi-Chi Robinson out there. That play just took too long, and you could see it kind of unfold, and the Hallsville defensive backs read it well, and that could have been ugly. That could have been 6 the other way.
So here we go. Big play here. Marshall in 4-down territory, I would imagine, from the 28-yard line of Hallsville. Left hash. Our score 14-10 with 7:40 to play until halftime. 2 receivers left, 1 right. It'll be Bird in the shotgun with J.Q. Davis to his left. Takes it. He's going to hand it off to Davis. Makes one man miss, but he slips and falls. No gain. Goodness gracious.
He tried to cut there. It was number 10, Mikael Silman. He's able to stop him. They'll see what the Maverick offense. I think they're going to go for it here, which I would. You're looking at with the 28.
Yeah, got to go here.
That would be a 45-yard field goal. Not that Buchanan can't make that, but I just believe in this situation, this is a good call here to go for a first down.
Marshall's going to go heavy set here right. Ball's going to be middle of the field. Here comes Domar Roberson, Chi-Chi in at quarterback.
We're going to call
He'll have Bird to his right.
Hurry.
Quickly to the line of scrimmage, heavy set left. Here comes Marshall. They take the snap. They're going to hand this one off up the middle, and there goes JQ, and he'll pick the first down up. He'll carry a Bobcat to the 21.
Just hard running. JQ, he saw the hole open up there. He hit it hard, knowing that he just needed 4 yards for the first down. He picks it up, and we're seeing those chains move on down the sideline.
So first down at 10 for the Mavericks from the 21-yard line. They're just outside the Austin Bank red zone. 6:40 to play in the first half. It's 14-10 Hallsville, but the Mavericks knocking on the door. 2 receivers split wide right. Sloan will be in the shotgun. He'll have AP left. And he'll have J.Q. Davis to his right. Takes the snap to J.Q. It goes. He bounces to the outside. He'll follow his big man. He'll take it down to the 15. I guess they'll mark him at the 16.
That's just good discipline running by Davis. Not really a hole open. He just got in behind, I believe that was big Connor Haggerty, the left tackle. He just kind of follows him and picks up a nice 5 yards on first down.
So that'll bring up 2nd down and 5 for the Mavericks. They're inside the Austin Bank red zone. They're at the Hallsville 16. 6 minutes to play in the half. It's 14-10 Bobcats. But the Mavericks are moving. 3 receivers split wide right, 1 to the left. Bird in at quarterback. J.Q. Davis to his left. Here comes the snap to Bird. It's going to be a quarterback keeper outside. Great block to the 15. Cuts up to the 10. Still on his feet. The pile will be pushed. They'll take it to the 6.
Chase, they just have absolutely no answer for Devarnius Robinson. He has had very nice runs every time he's kept the ball, and it looks like a pretty good combination in the backfield for the Mavericks when they're bringing him in. Seeing a lot of change in personnel, changing quarterbacks. We've seen 3 different quarterbacks for the Mavericks take snaps so far in this game, and none of those are our typical starting quarterback.
So they'll take it a 7-yard gain. It's 1st and goal for Marshall at the 7. Sloan in the shotgun, takes the snap, hands it off. There's flags on the play.
That's going to be a false start. They blew it dead. I'm guessing, you would think that's going to be a false start.
Offense number 88, 5-yard penalty, remains first down.
Can't do that as a wide receiver. False start penalty is going to be on number 88 for Marshall. Split wide is Ja'Cory Smith. You don't move till the ball is snapped. So that's
right.
A 5-yard penalty.
That's one number we've not called tonight. Not really needed much production from our big 6'4" wide receiver. The running game is for the most part, is hitting on all cylinders so far here in this contest.
So here we go. 3 receivers split wide right, 1 to the left. Sloan in the shotgun with a back to his right. Takes the snap, drops back, looking to pass. He goes back to that same side, and that'll be incomplete.
Little pushing and shoving, probably a good no call there by the side judge.
Looking for the fade left corner. It was intended for Chi-Chi Roberson. It'll fall incomplete. We'll bring up 2nd down and goal for Marshall from the 12. That stops the clock. 5:29 to play here in the first half. 14-10 our score. Hallsville with the lead, but the Mavericks trying to punch it in.
Looks like Devarnius Bird is going to come back in again at quarterback. We'll see if he's going to continue to have success running the football.
He has not had anything less than a 7-yard run all night. So here we go. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Bird in the shotgun. J.Q. Davis to his left. Takes a snap. He's going to keep it left. He's going to be hit behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose yards to the 15.
That was not very good there. He tried to dance around a little bit and couldn't get outside. So now I believe here on third and goal from the 15.
Well, that got blown up the middle. The center, I think, got blown off the ball there. So here's a big play. You think that this is going to be Sloan. Here comes Sloan on 3rd and goal from the 15. Huge play. Let's see if we look for Ja'Cory Smith.
That's the number I'm calling.
So here we go.
He's out there. Looks like he's going to be
man-to-man.
There, spread out wide to the right, 1-on-1.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Sloan in the shotgun, takes the snap, drops back, looks to pass, has some pressure. He'll roll to his right. He could run it. Now he's going to pull it back, and it'll be incomplete.
Good coverage there by the Bobcats. He was covered up. Sloan did a great job rolling out of the pocket to the right, trying to find an open receiver, and no one was there. So it's going to be 4th and goal from the 15, and Buck Buchanan's going to come in and try to make this a 1-point football game.
So far, the difference in this game is a touchdown, terrible call from the official as we await the field goal here from the 15-yard line. So this is going to be a 32-yarder for Buck. Snap is back. It's low. The kick is on its way, and it is no good. Oh.
Another misfire by our special teams that just started off the season so well, and just starting to see the snap was a little low, but Chi did a good job getting it up on the tee, and Buck just pulled it a little wide to the left.
Marshall misses an opportunity there. They had it 1st down and goal from the 7, and they go backwards on 3 plays, and it'll be Hallsville football from their own 20. So Marshall's defense needs to step up here again. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. It'll be Mosley in the shotgun, Nicholson to his right. Here comes the snap. They're going to hand it to Nicholson going right side. He's going to be hemmed in there after a gain of only 2. That was a hold, no call.
I guess I probably shouldn't be sent over there until the flag, unless a flag hits the ground, because our listeners are probably thinking there's a flag on the ground. That's not the case, but probably should have been.
So they're going to give him 3 to the 23-yard line. So 4:07 to play here in the half. This is a big possession for Marshall's defense. Hallsville will start with the football to start the second half. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Mosley will be in the shotgun. Nicholson will be to his, actually that's going to be number 35, will be to his right. That's going to be Roseboro. He'll hand it to Roseboro up the middle. No, he's going to keep it. And he's got Carson Combs chased him to the outside. Not going to get the play off. He'll go out of bounds at about the 28-yard line. He'll be 2 yards short.
He's going to give him the 29, it looks like.
Oh, he didn't get to the 29. Golly. That's an awful spot.
Another big play here. Probably a running situation. I would key on Mosley here. I would expect him to try to pick up the 1st down.
2 receivers left, 1 right. Mosley in the shotgun. Marshall walks up, some pressure. Let's see if they bring it here. We got 2 split wide right. Mosley in the shotgun, up back left. Here comes Marshall with the pressure. They'll hand it off. No, he's going to keep it to the outside, and he'll fall, and he'll lose yards to the 24.
I tell you what, the field seems to be pretty slippery now. We've seen several runners just lose their footing, and Mosley on the keeper, and he just completely falls down, and it's going to force the Bobcats. It's going to put them in 4th and about a long 6, and they're going to be forced to punt here.
3:19 to play in the half. Marshall has got to answer here, as Hallsville will start with the football. This would be a great time for a bad snap from the Bobcats. 14-10 our score. 3 minutes to play here, and they're going to kick it right about the 2:58 mark. Here comes the kick. Marshall tries to bring some pressure. This one is going to fall and hit. It'll just die at the 42. They'll mark it. Going to go back Marshall's way. They should mark it at the 45, so Marshall will have good field position.
I believe it's going to be the 44 right there at the 44. Got a very favorable Marshall bounce. They're going to be in business here. Plenty of time. Still have 2 timeouts remaining. Plenty of time to score here and try to go into the half with the lead.
Tell you what, the difference, again, folks, the difference. A strip that we got, no call there, gave it back to him, ended up with 7 points for the Bobcats, and they took 7 off the board for the Mavs. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right from the 44-yard line. Sloan in the shotgun, takes a snap. He's going to hand it off to J.Q. Davis. He'll be hit at the line of scrimmage. He'll cross the 44. They'll mark him at the 47.
Tell you what, he got that. I guess they're going to give him 3 on that carry, and that was all on Davis because he was met at the line, but he just kind of muscles his way forward and puts the Mavericks in a 2nd and 7 situation here.
Marshall's got to hurry up a bit. 2:32 left to go in the half. They trail 14-10. And a Marshall touchdown would be huge here going into halftime. Again, Hallsville will start with the football. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Sloan shotgun, 1 back on either side of Sim. He'll bring a man in motion. It's Burris. They're going to hand it off going right side. Big hole out there, but it closes quickly. He'll get across the 50. They'll mark him at the 48.
It did close quick, but Davis, he's able to kind of squirt around, and he picks up a nice 5. That's what, the 8-yard gain there. So it's going to make it 3rd and 2. Well, I think he got 3. I think it's going to be 5 on that carry. He had 3 on first down. It's going to be 5 there. It's going to be 3rd and 2 from the 48.
Minute 49 to play here in the half. They're going to put in, I believe, Divernius Robinson, but they need to hurry up. 12 seconds left on the play clock. We'll go under 10. 1:39 to play here in the half. A touchdown here would be huge. 3rd down and 2. Marshall in the shotgun. They'll take the snap. It's going to be a direct snap. Big hole. Off he goes. He'll pick up the first down across the 45. They'll continue, and he'll cross the 40.
They're going to stop the clock. He did. Robinson was able to get out of bounds. Great job of fighting for extra yardage. He takes it, I believe, just inside the 40 to the 39.
I think that was actually J.Q. Davis on the carry, and they should mark it at the 39-yard line. So that'll stop the clock. 1:24 to play, and that's going to be a gain of 9 yards for JQ. So here we go. Big series here. 1:24 to play in the half. Mavs trail 14-10 from the left hash. 2 receivers left. Sloan in the shotgun, a back on either side. Here we go. Takes the snap. He's going to drop back looking to pass. Oh, now he's going to be sacked. Held onto the ball too long, and he's going to be sacked. And they need to stop the clock. Marshall needs to call a timeout here, as that's going to go under 1:16, and Sloan's got to get rid of that football.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he was doing there. He just kind of pulled it out and just kind of looked like he was lost there. A terrible choice there to hang onto the ball, like he was trying to sneak around. That really puts the Mavericks in a pickle here. Under a minute. They got 2nd and 16.
3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Sloan in the shotgun. He'll drop back. Marshall's going to throw this one. Here's the screen. It's going to almost be picked off.
We were very forced there. Number 32, that ball literally went right through his hands. That was Derek Dunn. He doesn't have anything but green right in front of him.
Tell you what, he kind of begs the question why you don't just run it bird until somebody stops it. So here we go. Big play here. 3rd down and a long 16 for Marshall. 45 seconds left. They trail 14-10.
Spread them out. Run it with Davis.
3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Sloan in the shotgun. Takes a snap. Drops back. Is going to look to throw this one up. It's going to be short. It's going to be caught by Chi-Chi Roberson at about the 31-yard line. And that should stop. We need to call a timeout here. With 34 seconds to play.
That's going to make it 4th down, so the Mavericks will have to move the chains here, or they'll give the ball up on downs. Clock's continuing to run. Now they're going to call timeout.
So a 14-yard pitch and catch there from Sloan, and that was one. We might have let a little too much time go off the clock there. Marshall's only completed 2 passes today, really 3, because 1 was for a touchdown that was called off.
Real quick, I'll run around the district while we have the timeout here. Got a big lopsided game at Pine Tree. Mount Pleasant leads up there 28-7. The Tigers over the Pirates. Of course, the score here 14-10. A little bit of a shocker in Texarkana. Nacogdoches Dragons lead 20-14 with 48 seconds left till the half there.
And in the battle of the bottom, you've got White House and Jacksonville, and White House leads 14-0 over Jacksonville in Jacksonville.
Big play coming. It's 4th down and 2 for Marshall from the Bobcat 31-yard line. They need the 29 for a first down. 24 seconds to play here in the half. It's 14-10 Hallsville. Sloan will be in the shotgun. J.Q. Davis to his right. 2 receivers left. Everybody at the line of scrimmage for Hallsville. They're going to hand this one off to J.Q. He'll pick up the first down and more to the 20 to the 19.
That's going to stop the clock.
And Marshall will quickly go to the line of scrimmage.
They need to get to the line of scrimmage and down and spike the ball here and save that last time out. They're going to line it out here. We'll see how they've got the clock.
18 seconds. Here we go. Sloan will snap it. Nope, he's going to throw one to the end zone. He's got a man out there. Touchdown! Marshall! Touchdown! Mavericks back corner of the end zone.
Let's see you change that one, Mr. Line Judge. He was both feet in, no question there. Touchdown Mavericks.
5 seconds to play in the half, and Sloan throws it up in the corner, and Domar Roberson goes and get it. And boy, did we need that. 16-14 Mavs as we await the point after. And you can't take that one off because his feet were in the M.
Exactly.
So here we go as we await the point after, and that's a huge touchdown for Marshall. So here we go. Snap is back, hold is down, kick is up, and it is good. So 5 seconds to play here. Marshall takes a 17-14 to lead with 5 seconds left to play. Stay with us. You're listening to Maverick Football on the heartbeat of East Texas.
Marshall ISD athletics programs help students achieve the highest level of success both on and off the field by challenging them to grow physically, intellectually, emotionally, and socially. Our athletes have access to state-of-the-art training facilities, providing them with top-tier tools needed to be successful. MISD has a rich history of developing talented athletes that have proven to be successful at the college and professional levels. Come play at Marshall ISD and find out why we take pride in our past and promise for our future.
So welcome back here to Maverick Stadium, and Marshall gets on the board with 5 seconds left in the half. They got inside the Austin Bank red zone. They go 8 plays, 56 yards. The 18-yard fade pass from Collier Sloan to Chi-Chi Roberson in the corner of the end zone. Your Kyle Dansby scoring recap.
That was a great way to end that drive. We needed that big time to give the Mavericks a little more momentum. I think the momentum's kind of already been in our corner. And that's going to be a huge play going into the half here.
So here we go as we await the kick from Buck Buchanan. He'll be kicking right to left. And here it comes. Let's see if Boomer Buck will put it in the back corner of the end zone. This one is going to go out of the end zone. Good kick there. No return for Hallsville. So I expect you would see Hallsville come and take a knee and go into the end zone, or go in at half, down only 3.
Yeah, they've only got time for one play here, and the odds of going 75 yards in one play, I know the Mavericks will be in some sort of a prevent, but I would not put it past Hallsville maybe to try something here.
So Hallsville scores on their first 2 possessions, but since then there have been nothing going there. 2 punts for Hallsville on 3 and outs. So trying to see our JQ, you got him at 99 yards. Okay, we'll check on that here in just a minute. Going to be pretty close. So Marshall needs to drop some safeties back deep here. They have not done that. So 5 seconds left. Mosley in the shotgun. He drops back. He's going to just hand it off, and he'll fall and slip and pick up only 2, and that'll be it.
He's going to lose 3.
Oh, he'll lose 3, excuse me.
Yeah, he was back in behind the quarterback, so that's going to end the half.
So the Marshall Mavericks come back and get a touchdown late. Our score at the half, it's Marshall 17, Hallsville 14. Stay with us. We'll bring you the halftime show, and then we'll get you those stats and a look around the district. Stay with us. You're listening to Maverick Football on the heartbeat of East Texas.
You are listening to your Marshall Mavericks halftime highlight. I'm Ashley Dansby on the Heartbeat 103.9. Today we visit with Superintendent Dr. Rochelle Langley, who tells us a little bit about the SHAC committee as well as some events coming up with our MISD school board. Well, tell me a little bit, and you're going to have to explain this to me because I know nothing about this. What is SHAC?
Okay, SHAC, and then that's been around for a long, long time now. It's actually a mandate by the government, and it stands for School Health Advisory Council.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell you, superintendents love having a SHAC committee. here's why. Our school boards do too. Love having a SHAC committee, because our SHAC committee, it's made up of school workers as well as community members. And they are the ones that have to make those hard decisions on when do we start sex education? How do we explain, how to stay off of drugs? It's those very sensitive things that this community and school district group make those decisions on. And so I am very, very thankful that there are people who are making those decisions so that I can give my input. But when it comes down to it, it's a big group of people who are making the decision. And I'm not on the committee. So I can, if they come to me and say, what do you think about?
Nope.
I can say, I think about this, but you all get to make that decision.
I love it.
And so last night, Nurse Peterson, she's our head nurse, she was there, and she had the council members for this school year available to the board, and they approved those council members. So I'm sure she is contacting those folks, or will be today or during the next part of this week, and saying, guess what? We get to start meeting.
Please never nominate me for that, okay? I don't want to make those
Okay,
tough decisions.
I'll say, what was that committee? Ashley Dansby asked to be on. So yeah, it is a hard committee.
I
And
bet.
I'm telling you, when I was principal at Sam Houston Middle School, and Linda Suter, who was the PE coach at David Crockett, we had the group come in who was, and this was back in 2007 or 8, I guess, who was supposed to do the discussions during PE class. And those went awry very quickly.
Oh, no.
And so she's came running down the hall. We've got to stop them. We've got to stop them. So we did. And luckily, we got to push that off to the junior high the next year. And we didn't have to do that anymore. Because it's just, and I know the kids think, oh, here we go again. But the adults are thinking it too.
Oh, yeah.
It's just not a comfortable thing.
Sure.
So we are so thankful that our SHAC committee volunteers to do those things. And not only do they do that, they also give us advice as far as COVID and any type of illnesses that come around. They can give us advice on, here's what we really think the schools should be doing. And so we are so grateful to them for the work they do.
Yeah, absolutely. That sounds very important, and also something that that sounds very important.
It is, truly.
Well, listen, I know that our school board, and of course, School Board Appreciation Month is coming up in January. So that's early 2022.
It's always fun.
But they do wonderful things as well.
Yes.
Helen Warwick, who has been a member of the school board for some time. She was president for many years. I think now she's just a member.
She's a member.
Just a member this year. But she is going to be headed to Washington, D.C. again.
She is.
Tell us what she's going to be doing.
Okay. She, last night, the board approved a nomination of Helen attending the National School Board Association's Advocacy Institute. Sure. She'll be going in January, but let me tell you something that is great about these board members. Helen is going to this with no cost to the district. So no taxpayer money is flying her up there or anything like that. She's actually, the cost has all been taken care of. And so, who better to have go to D.C. and to advocate for us than Helen Warwick?
Sure.
She loves this town and loves the school district. But I also do want to put a plug in for our whole school board. And of course, everybody knows they are basically my boss. And so, they're going to go, she had to say that. But let me tell you, I have worked with many, many districts, getting to work at Region 8, and we had some fantastic school boards in Region 8. But this school board in Marshall, they truly put the kids first and then the staff. Both are always on their mind. And they make great decisions based on that. Level-headed. I've seen recently in some school news about some things that some members on some school boards have done that, it's sad. And, everything from some misuse of some funds to just making some decisions that weren't the best. And our board, a lot of these people have been on here now for many, many years. And even, and the ones we have, even our shortest term have been on several years now, and they're fantastic. They're wonderful to work with. They don't complain. They bring concerns, and then, they want answers to those concerns, but they just do a great job leading, and I do want to just put a plug in for each one of them.
That's your Marshall Mavericks halftime highlight. I'm Ashley Dansby on the Heartbeat 103.9. Go Mavs!
Panola College is right for you. Panola offers numerous certifications, technical and associate degree programs to help you achieve your goals. Panola provides a state-of-the-art library as well as a variety of resources to help you succeed. These resources include free tutoring, scholarship opportunities, financial assistance, free and low-cost health care, child care assistance, and a Feed the Need comfort closet. Courses available in person or online. Panola College. Visit panola.edu today.
Hey y'all, this is Ashley Dansby with KMHT, and I'm here with Taylor Young, the area coach for Dairy Queen's Marshall and Hallsville locations. Taylor, tell me all about the new menu item you're offering.
Our new item is our cheesy steak fingers. It's actually stuffed with pepper jack cheese, and man, it's crazy good.
I love steak fingers. You're telling me these steak fingers are actually stuffed with cheese?
Oh yeah. So when you literally like break it in half, you'll see the pepper jack cheese like string out. It's so good. Marshall in Hallsville currently right now.
Hi, this is your County Clerk, Elizabeth Key James, wishing all the athletes across Harrison County a great game. The teamwork in high school sports provides a sense of purpose and accomplishments that will guide our youth for years to come. Athletes, win or lose on the field, be proud of your hard work and dedication to your schools. From your County Clerk, Elizabeth Key James, best of luck!
Well, folks, welcome back here to Marshall's Mavericks Stadium. Our score at halftime, it's Marshall 17, Hallsville 14. And we've got the stats here for you from the half. So,
and evidence.
And yeah, we got some evidence if you want to check my Facebook page. So looking here at the stats in the first half, the Hallsville Bobcats have 58 yards on the ground, 72 through the air, so they finished the half 130 yards. Mosley goes 5 of 6 for those 72 yards. And the Bobcats have 2 touchdowns, which equates to their 14 points there. We'll tell you how they scored those in a minute. The Mavericks have 148 yards on the ground, 84 yards through the air, 232 total yards. Sloan is 3 of 8 for 58 yards I've got. I think that might be a little high there. No, it's actually 84 yards. So it's going to be 3 of 8 for 84 yards and 1 touchdown. And had 1 touchdown in the back corner of the end zone. Beautiful pass that was ruled incomplete. But, Glenn, we had somebody send us a picture down there clearly in.
Let me correct you, Chase. It was not ruled. It was overruled.
Yes,
incomplete.
correct.
And we're not here to make officials look bad. I mean, we're all human. We make mistakes, bad calls. But the side judge, who was beyond the end line in perfect position, Bo Burris makes the catch. We've got a video. I mean, I've got a picture. You can look on our Facebook page if you want to see it. Makes the catch. The side judge takes his time, gathers his thoughts of what he saw, signals touchdown, and then the line judge comes from up the field, probably, I'm going to guess 20 or 25 yards, comes sprinting down, has a conversation with the side judge that's made the call. They go to the white hat, the referee, and they rule it incomplete, said his feet were not in bounds. And if you don't believe us, I know you all think that Chase and I are biased because we're Maverick fans, but we have evidence that it wasn't just a bad call. It was the call was made correctly, and they changed it.
Yeah, it was a really, really good catch by Bo, and he got both feet down. That's what they teach you. Really good pass from Sloan. Nobody could have caught that but Bo Burris, but it falls incomplete, and then Marshall only gets 3 points there on that drive. So instead of a 17-14 lead, it'd be 21-14. But the Mavs have left some points on the field here tonight. They leave that one right there. They also go and miss a field goal. That's a little uncharacteristic for us. So that's 3 points we leave on the field there. So Bobcats got away with us getting away from some points there. However, Hallsville's probably going to say, well, that last touchdown was just a little lucky, and the Mavericks score with 5 seconds to go in the half to make it 17-14 Marshall. But other than the first 2 series, Marshall's defense bolts down, does well, forces 2 punts, 3 and outs, and Marshall's defense is going to have to continue that tonight.
Right, and I think we'll see even a further improvement in the second half. We've seen pretty much all year when the defense is kind of bent a little bit. They've not broken. Always seems to play better in the second half. We saw it last week in Mount Pleasant. They did what we had to do to get the ball back in the hands of the offense. We got the 2 turnovers. But I would think we will see some additional adjustments on defense. You know, Hallsville's offense, I mean, they have moved the football. They have kept the Maverick defense off balance. They've run some trickery. We saw the opening reverse. We've seen kind of throwbacks across the field. We saw a halfback pass or a tailback pass that was unsuccessful, but they're reaching into their bag of tricks here at Halloween, and so we'll see if the Maverick defense can kind of remedy that. I believe if we stay at home, keep containment on the ends, I think the Mavericks will be on top here when this contest is over.
Yeah, I bet you the discussion at halftime is going to be, got to stay at home. If you're a defensive end or you're that outside linebacker, you can't let your eyes drift down inside. You've got to stay back, got to stay at home. So the score here at the half, it's 17-14 Marshall. Quickly, J.Q. Davis, 18 carries, 99 yards. Tavernius Bird Robinson, he's got 5 carries for 63. Sloan is 3 of 8, 58 yards and a touchdown. Michael Olvera, the starting quarterback for the Mavericks, unavailable here tonight, banged up a little bit last week against Mount Pleasant. So the sophomore Collier Sloan has come in, done a really good job here tonight so far, as has Chi-Chi Roberson and Tavernius Bird Robinson. Marshall had 3 different folks at quarterback, all playing really well.
Well, it's good if we can get through this game, Chase, with not having to. Well, obviously, I don't think Olvera is even though he's suited out, obvious he's not going to play. If we can hang on and win here, if we can get Texas High to take care of the Dragons, we'll have second place secured at the end of the night. Next week's game, not to say that's meaningless. You want to show up and play, but that gives you the opportunity to rest Olvera another week, let Sloan come in, get the snaps, and then start looking into the playoffs.
Well, coming into this one tonight, we knew Hallsville Bobcats have a really good offense, and they answer that tonight. Marshall, we're going to have a correction here. The Mavericks with 206 yards at the half as compared to 130 for the Hallsville Bobcats. So that's your halftime statistics there, brought to you by Brad Burris, Century 21, a select group. Quickly, looking at the scoring here in the first half. Let me get to that sheet. The Mavericks take the their opening drive. They go 7 plays, 74 yards. Tavernius Bird Robinson takes it 34 yards on the zone read. The Mavericks get on the board early, 7-0 at the 8:46 mark. But the Bobcats come right back. They go 10 plays and 75 yards. Mosley on a 3-yard scamper, and he takes it in on 3rd down and goal at the 4:21 mark, and that knotted us at 7. The Mavericks have really their only big negative play of the night. Chi-Chi Roberson mishandles that punt on 3rd and 3, or that snap on 3rd and 3. That ends up being a 10-yard loss. The Mavericks were forced to punt. The Bobcats would start with it, 2:09 left in the first quarter. They would go 4 plays, 54 yards, 7-yard touchdown run from Nicholson with 16 seconds left in the quarter. Had made it 14-7. Marshall would then go down. They would score with 8 seconds. They would get the ball with 8 seconds left in the quarter. They would drive all the way down to the 1-yard line, but not able to punch it in. They go 8 plays, 57 yards. They have to settle for a 21-yard field goal from Buchanan. That's at the 9:47 mark. That makes your score 14-10, Hallsville. And after that, the Maverick defense forces 2 3-and-outs, 2 punts from Hallsville. The Mavericks miss a field goal from the 15-yard line, and then they score with 5 seconds left in the half. 8 plays, 56 yards, an 18-yard pass from Sloan to Chi-Chi Roberson in the back corner of the end zone. And that's your scoring for the first half. It's 17-14 Marshall at halftime.
Well, we're going to look at some scores now, and we can do this. And I think I've seen some comments so forth that our listeners or watchers online would like to see the Mavericks, the Big Red Pride, and our Mavets. So we'll try to wrap this up and maybe go to a commercial break and come back and let you watch the Mavets and the band perform. But mention the district that we need to kind of start eyeing will be our first round of the playoffs, just to kind of share some scores there. A&M Consolidated is leading at the half over Rudder. These are 2 teams that are in the top 3, one that the Mavericks could likely play. A&M Consolidated leads 17-0. Montgomery and Hallsville. Montgomery's the undefeated 4-0 team there, the number 1 seed. They're tied up with Huntsville, who's down in that bottom tier. They're 7-7 at the half, and then kind of down at the bottom, those 4 teams that are fighting for that last spot. You got Fulshire High School trailing Lamar Consolidated 17-14. So there's the scores from that district. I'll come back to ours and update you on this. Still at the half at Pine Tree, Mount Pleasant, which we saw last week, I believe is a pretty good football team. Looks like they've kind of got it together tonight. They're leading 28-7 at the half. You know our score here, 17-14. Score has stayed the same in the other 2 contests. Texas High is trailing at home 20-14 against the Dragons. Mentioned there, Mavericks win here. If Nacogdoches holds on and wins that game, the Mavericks still have a shot at the district title. They would have to defeat Nacogdoches next week and then hope White House beats Texas High.
And we'd have to win tonight.
That's what I mean. I say if we hold and win tonight and then we beat Nacogdoches, we've still got a chance at district title. And say White House is leading Jacksonville 14-0. So those are the scores of interest. I see the Mavettes are marching towards the field, so we want to let our viewers watch them perform.
So real quick, got some other scores to mention from around the area that are scores Marshall fans would want to know about. McKinney North upsets Longview last night, 37-35. Yes, Marshall fans, that's the same team that the Mavericks beat 40-something to 29 earlier in the season. Lindale leads Palestine 46-8 at halftime. The John Tyler, they lead Sherman 27-0 with 2:45 to go in the second quarter. Lufkin leads Caney Creek 31-7 with 7:11 to play in the third. And Tyler Legacy, they're getting rocked at halftime, 35-14 to Rockwall Heath. So those are your scores from around the area. And we're going to take a moment and let you listen and watch the Marshall Mavettes at home. We'll let you listen to the Big Red Pride. We'll give you our Mavette managers and our leaders of the Mavettes in the band here after they perform. Again, our score here at the half, it's Marshall 17, Hallsville 14. We'll let you listen to the Big Red Pride and watch the Marshall Mavettes.
Brianna Lavera, daughter of Daniel and Nancy Lavera. Lieutenant Julia Carlisle, daughter of Clay and Amy Carlisle. Lieutenant Kendall Bickerdike, daughter of Glenn and Karen Bickerdike. First Lieutenant Faith Martinez, daughter of Melissa and Jose Lopez. And your captain, Ayana Johnson, daughter of Victoria Foreman. Your Mavette of the Week is Madison White. Spare Girl of the Week is Carmen Griffin. The Mavette social officers are Jennifer Aguilar, Alea Allen, Camilla Arias, Daisy Luna, Monty Martinez, and head social Emily Olvera. The Mavettes are under the direction of Heather Hill, assisted by Shelby Cronin. Tonight, the Mavettes would like to entertain you with their fan routine to Blinding Lights, accompanied by the Big Red Pride Marching Band. Thank you for your attention. We would also like to thank our MAVET managers. Senior, Bryden Hernandez. Senior, Yair Caceres. Senior, Homoit Renteria. Senior, Anthony Monzon. Head manager, Senior, Brooks Fitz. And junior manager, Logan Shepard. Let's hear it for the Marshall Mavets.
Well, folks, the Marshall Mavets, great job there as usual. It's halftime here at Marshall's Maverick Stadium. Your score, Marshall 17, Hallsville 14. We'll come right back after a quick break and listen to the Big Red Pride marching band. Stay with us.
This is Robert Coleman with Sullivan Funeral Home and Cemeteries. As you all know, we are going through a new and different time in our lives. We are making decisions differently than ever before. Sullivan Funeral Home is here with you during this difficult time in history. Know that you can give me a call and we can visit with you about your situation and come up with a service that is both dignified and affordable. Please know that our doors are open to anyone and everyone and that we are here to help you through this difficult time of need. Robert Coleman and the staff of Sullivan Funeral Home and Cemeteries, we are here for you.
For the absolute finest in healthcare, you can depend on Absolute Concierge Healthcare in Wascom, Texas. Walk-ins welcome, same-day service, no insurance required, expansion coming with a new NP, Holly Ormond, COVID test in 10 minutes, COVID vaccines available. Inquire on other healthcare innovations available at Absolute Concierge Healthcare. We have a bilingual staff.
This is Matt Moore, General Manager of Marshall Ford and Mavericks Chevrolet in Marshall. If you're in the market for a newer pre-owned vehicle, take the short drive over to Highway 59 South and come and visit us. All of our inventory can be seen on the web at marshallford.net or at maverickchevrolet.net. With the largest discounts in East Texas, you're sure to find what you're looking for. If you haven't done business with us before, come see what you're missing. And if you have, we look forward to seeing you again soon. Marshall Ford and Mavericks Chevrolet, your hometown automotive dealers.
Certified Collision and Glass for auto, pickup truck, and 18-wheeler repair. Certified Collision and Glass specializes in body and glass repair. Rock chip to a complete installation. Certified Collision and Glass has certified technicians and the equipment to repair the all-aluminum Ford F-150 pickup. Certified Collision and Glass, Highway 59, next to Marshall Ford, Marshall, Texas, leading the way in body repair. It's certified.
Well, folks, welcome back here to Maverick Stadium. It's senior night here on the campus of Marshall High School, where the Mavericks lead 17-14 at the half over the Hallsville Bobcats. You see the Big Red Pride may not get much playing tonight out of the Big Red Pride. They're honoring their seniors here on senior night. That was, I think, did we honor the band too? I think we did at the beginning. Did we do that?
The band
just half. Okay.
It was I think everybody but the band.
Gotcha.
I think traditionally they do recognize the seniors at halftime instead of them doing their typical performance.
Gotcha. So we had the Mavets. They were honored before the game. I saw on senior night those seniors along with the football team and the cheerleaders, and you're getting the Big Red Pride and I believe the color guard as well.
Yeah.
I'm doing my hands here.
Yeah,
I was
Chase is
not
acting it out. He could come up with where playing charades up here.
Yes, that does not help you at home when I'm doing my hands like, what is that?
On the radio, it does not.
So the Marshall Mavericks, again, it's 17-14 at halftime. The Marshall Lady Mavs went south tonight. They took on Central Heights in just a scrimmage. And the Mavericks lost that one in 5 to Central Heights. So that's a pretty good volleyball team down there. Good. A little warm-up for Marshall before they go into the postseason. Again, the Mavericks finish in 2nd place. Really good year for Marshall. And they will play either Huntsville or
White House.
And we might know that here before this game's over. So if we do, we'll certainly let you know that.
Yeah, we shared that with the listeners in the pregame when you were down the field during senior festivities that, again, Huntsville and White House, all the districts are a little different. You may wonder, well, why is White House volleyball in Huntsville's district And then White House football team is in our district. It's a little different with fall and spring sports and male and female sports. I'm not real sure I understand it, but that's the way it is.
Well,
so.
For everything except for football, the districts are the same. So every other sport we play, we're in a district with Longview, for example, but not in football. So the only place where the districts are different is football.
It's football, just because of the size, the classification of Division I and Division II.
So
why they break those up.
Yeah, they don't break that up for any other sport, but they do for football. So there's a 5A Division I, 5A Division II, which throws people into different districts. Used to, the 2 largest teams in the district went big, and the 2 smallest went small. They voted to do away with that several years ago and left us with this, and we get to travel a lot if you're in those other sports.
Well, the Maverick football team, they're already taking the field. Is the clock showing that we're down to 2 minutes left in our half, but obviously we're going to recognize all these band seniors. They have worked so hard this year to do a tremendous job. I know they were not pleased with their performance in contest. I had the opportunity at church to visit with our director, Mark Wyndham, and I think a lot of it was some technical stuff. It sounded like even maybe with our equipment. I don't know if you heard that, Chase, but it had rained. But anyway, they've done a good job all year. These kids worked hard, and certainly want to recognize them as well.
Well, it looks like they are going to do their performance, which I'm a little surprised about that because I don't think we've got time to do that.
Well, maybe they're just going to play one number. They're going to run out there and get in place. And
so let's see what they do here. Marshall's band looks like they will perform here at the half.
You may be right. Yeah, there's the props. Maybe they'll do a condensed version. Not
just as long as we don't get a penalty, they can do whatever they would desire.
Yeah, there is. I want the folks at home to understand it's not that we don't want to see our band perform, but there is a allotted time for your halftime show. It does look like it's going to be a condensed show here. I don't think this has been our typical performance, the way they're lining things out.
So we shall see. We'll let you listen a little bit. It's halftime here at Marshall's Maverick Stadium. Our score, Marshall 17, Hallsville 14, as we await the band, and we're going to let you listen to the Big Red Pride. Here you go.
To honor our seniors, we will now be performing a part of our contest program entitled Geared. And now, the Marshall High School Big Red Pride. School Big Red Pride. March of the Week is Santiago Luna. Freshman of the Week is Angie Flores. Director for the band is Mark Wyndham, assisted by Christian.
Well, folks, welcome back here to it's halftime at Marshall's Mavericks Stadium. We're ending that right now. 17-14 is our score. The Mavericks with the lead. Hallsville will start with the football as the Big Red Pride leaves the field under the direction of Mark Wyndham. Does a great job, does Mr. Wyndham and his staff. So we're going to take one more break here. We're going to take one more break on the halftime show here. 17-14 is our score. Marshall with the lead. We'll be back for the second half from Maverick Stadium in just a moment.
This is Matt Moore, General Manager of Marshall Ford and Mavericks Chevrolet in Marshall. If you're in the market for a newer pre-owned vehicle, take the short drive over to Highway 59 South and come and visit us. All of our inventory can be seen on the web at marshallford.net or at maverickchevrolet.net. With the largest discounts in East Texas, you're sure to find what you're looking for. If you haven't done business with us before, come see what you're missing. And if you have, we look forward to seeing you again soon. Marshall Ford and Mavericks Chevrolet, your hometown automotive dealers.
Ladies and gentlemen, could I have your attention? We have a Ford
back at Marshall's Maverick Stadium. Our score at the half. It's Marshall 17, Hallsville 14. The Mavericks score on a last second. 5 seconds left in the half. They throw it up in the corner. 18-yard touchdown pass goes to Chi-Chi Roberson. And he'll catch it in the back corner of the end zone. And that gives Marshall the 17-14 lead. If you're just now joining us, the Mavericks won the toss, and they elected to receive, went down and scored on their first possession. So Hallsville will start with the football here in the second half. The Maverick defense has forced 2 punts on back-to-back Hallsville possessions, looking to do that again tonight. And that'll be a big start to the second half. Glenn, really need to get a 3 and out if we can and keep that lead.
Well, you would expect Buck Buchanan to launch it into the end zone and for a touchback. So kind of play it out here that Halls will probably start their 25. Hopefully we've seen some adjustments at half, some mistakes that we made early in the first half, and come out and get that stop and get the ball back in the hands of the offense. But I believe with that backfield combination of Bird or Robinson, we call him Bird, Devarnius Bird, Robinson, and J.Q. Davis, I believe that's a combination that's going to be hard for the Hallsville Bobcats to stop.
Well, let's see how this plays out here in the second half. Marshall is 24 minutes away from 6-3. We want to take just a moment to say hello to our man Joey Hudson. Joey, listening, had a injury this summer. Man, he is recovering well. Joey, we miss you. Love you, man. Continue to get better, and can't wait to see you again. Joey Hudson listening at home on the radio. Assistant Fire Chief, is that right? Assistant Fire Chief. Assistant Fire Chief for Marshall's Fire Department. So, Reggie's not going to get well. Reggie's right here. Joey, you get well. And get back here to see us. We haven't heard a lot from Reggie tonight. We need some explosive plays so we can turn Reggie loose. So hopefully we can do that here in the second half.
That's right.
So here we go. About to get this one kicked off. Second half for Marshall's Maverick Stadium right at 9 o'clock. And we'll see if the Mavericks can hold on to this lead and pick up win number 6 on the season
And
with 2 to go.
Win number 5 in district.
So here we go. Marshall will be kicking right to left.
Patterson Chrysler Dodge, Genesis Prime Care,
Buck Buchanan is going to kick it
Sherman and Briscoe,
right to left.
Texas National Bank.
Back deep, or I believe that's going to be Rogas back deep. Buck's done a really good job of directionally kicking the ball where no one could really get a return. So let's see if he does that here. Here come the Mavericks. Here's the kick from, it's going to be a low kick. It's going to bounce and go into the end zone. Bounces right over the up man at the 10.
Yeah, he didn't hit that one square, and it kind of squibbed and got a lucky bounce, and it bounced over one defender into the end zone for a touchback. So just as predicted, the Hallsville Bobcats will set up shop at the 25, and let's see what the Maverick defense is going to bring at them.
Big series here for Marshall's defense. The Bobcats will start from their own 25-yard line. No time goes off the clock there as Buck Buchanan gets the great roll, and it goes out the back of the end zone. 4 receivers split wide right, 1 to the left. It'll be Mosley in the shotgun, a back to his right. He's going to hand it off up the middle. He'll be banged in at the line of scrimmage. There'll be no gain there.
Yeah, they're going to give him 2.
Oh, my gosh.
They're going to give him forward progress. He kind of broke through, and they pushed him back, so it is going to be 2nd and 8.
Didn't think he got to the 27, but they say he did. That's going to be 2nd down and 8. You know, I am a homer, but
that's right. I got to keep you in check here. We'll give them those 2 yards. But
2 receivers split wide each side for Hallsville. Mosley in the shotgun, 2nd down and 8 from the 27. Drops back looking to pass. He's pressured. He's going to let this one go. Has a man out there. It'll be batted away.
Good defensive play there. Is that?
It's going to be Montana, I believe.
Is that Montana on there? The Mavericks are wearing the jerseys that we don't much care for because you can't see the numbers.
That might have been Divernius Bird.
Or James Perkins. Would it be?
Yeah, it might have been Perkins.
That's Perkins. It's hard to see the numbers. He's coming this way, so I will confirm that.
Huge play here. 3rd down for the Bobcats. 3rd and 8 from their own 27-yard line. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. It's going to be Mosley in the shotgun with a back to his right. Marshall has 4 down linemen. They're going to fake the handoff. Marshall's going to bring some pressure. He's got a man across the middle. He's going to sail this one too high, and the Mavericks will hold on Hallsville's first possession and force a punt.
That was Montana Warren on that 2nd down play. He did a great job at the cornerback position, had good position on the receiver, able just to stick that hand out there and knock the ball down, and we got exactly what the doctor ordered, a 3 and out by the Maverick defense.
So here we go. Marshall will have Chi-Chi Roberson back at his own 47-yard line as we await the snap. Here's the snap to Hallsville. Marshall almost there to block it. It's going to hit right in front of him, and it'll get a huge Hallsville roll. It'll go all the way to the Marshall 21-yard line. And Chi-Chi just misjudged that a bit. So
it looked like that ball may have been kind of knuckling, and it wasn't really spiraling, and it just kind of nosedived. He was coming up, and I guess at the last minute he thought, I'm not going to get this, so he backed off, and it took a very favorable Hallsville bounce all the way back to the Maverick 21. So they're going to have a long field here on this opening 2nd half possession.
So let's see if Marshall goes on the ground and tries to churn it out. 2 receivers right. Sloan in the shotgun. J.Q. Davis to his right. 5-man front for Hallsville. They'll hand it to J.Q. Big hole right side. Makes one man miss. Crosses the 25. He'll take it all the way up to the 28.
And Hallsville defense, they've got them all stacked in there. 4 down linemen, the linebackers on the outside for the containment, and then those safeties in close. They're playing the run pretty much all the way here on the Mavericks.
Still a 7-yard gain for JQ on 1st down, so it'll bring up 2nd down about 4 from the Marshall 28-yard line. 10:34 to play in the 3rd quarter. It's 17-14 Marshall. 2 receivers split wide to the right, 1 to the left. Sloan will be in the shotgun. He's trying to get the call here. As we go under 10 seconds, he'll bring one man in motion right to left. That's going to be Smith. Takes a snap. He'll roll to his right, looking to pass. Throwback's got a man open. It's AP at the 30. Makes one man miss to the 35, 40. He'll carry a Bobcat to midfield. 1st down, Marshall.
Great catch and run by Andrew Phillips. He just turned it upfield. He was flying up the field, and he pushes the ball across right at midfield. They're going to mark him at the 50.
22 yards there on the screen from Collier Sloan to Andrew Phillips, and he'll mark it right outside the 50-yard line on Marshall's side. It'll be 1st down and 10 for the Mavericks from the 50.
Nice little pitch and catch there.
2 receivers left. Sloan in the shotgun, a back to his right. Takes the snaps, going to hand it to JQ. Going left, he'll make one man miss to the 50, 45, 40. He'll make a man miss at the 30. Great move, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, JQ Davis.
I tell you,
what a run from JQ.
He is well on his way, if not already over 1,100 yards. That's a 50. I know how far that one was without asking you, Reggie, because that ball started at the 50. JQ makes a great run, gets outside, makes a cut on the defensive back, and he takes it the distance. Nice run by Davis.
So Marshall goes quickly to the line of scrimmage. They try the swing and gate, and there's going to be some movement on the line there. So Marshall is going to be penalized 5 yards for illegal formation. Let's see what the call is. Yeah, illegal motion on Marshall. It's going to back it up 5 yards. Now Marshall will try to kick it. So 23-14 is our score now, as Marshall will try a little bit longer extra point after they tried to catch Hallsville sleeping on the swing and gate. So the ball will be spotted right about the 7-8 line. So Buck will be kicking from the 15. Missed one earlier from this same distance. So as we await the snap. Snap is back, hold is down, kick is up, perfect, up and down the middle. So 9:45 to play here in the third quarter. Marshall goes down and scores. 24-14 our new score. Stay with us. You're listening to Maverick Football on the heartbeat of East Texas.
It's time to have your heating and air conditioning units checked out. Keith Air Conditioning and Heating, where you get train equipment, quality, full service, same-day response, free estimates for residential and commercial customers. Train and Keith Air Conditioning and Heating since 1975. Keith Air Conditioning warranties all work, whether you need to repair or a new train system. Call Brian Keith, 903-935-3664. It's hard to stop a train.
Well, folks, welcome back here to Maverick Stadium. The Mavs defense gets a 3-and-out, and the Marshall Mavs go 3 plays, 79 yards, 50 yards on the touchdown run from J.Q. Davis, and it makes our score 24-14. Your Kyle Dansby scoring recap.
You couldn't have scripted the start of the second half any better than that. Just to repeat what Chase said, a great 3-and-out by the defense, and then the offense just put it in gear, mixed it up with a pass, and 79 impressive yards to give the Mavericks now a 10-point lead.
J.Q. Davis with 9:45 to go in the third quarter. 156 yards for that young man, I believe, on 20 carries. Here comes the kick from Buck Buchanan. He gets all of this one, and it'll go out the back of the end zone, and Hallsville will start again from their own 25.
The Mavericks really have the opportunity to kind of put it to the Bobcats here. They kind of got them back on their heels that first possession, second half for Hallsville. They kind of came out in I guess you would say, more of a traditional passing offense and had 2 incompletions and had some good defense by the Mavericks. So if they can hold them here and put another score, I believe they can kind of knock them down and take control of this game.
3 receivers left, no backs in the backfield now, 4 to the left for Mosley. Takes a snap, a drop down, throws the quick pass to the outside. We have a trick play coming, but Marshall looks like they're going to cover this well, but they don't make the tackle. Mosley gets loose, and they'll take it up to the 39. Should have been a loss.
Just another missed tackle. That was another trickery. We've seen that good part of the night. Hallsville really trying to throw some curveballs at the Mavericks, and a double pass back to the quarterback, and he's able to escape the defender on that tackle and gets a 15-yard gain for a first down.
So 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Marshall needs to answer here. 1st and 10 Bobcats from their own 40. 4-man front for the Mavs. They're going to hand it off. Nope, they're going to throw it across the middle, and it's almost picked off. I mean, that would have been 6 had Montana Warren been able to come up with it.
That was number 5, their leading receiver, Carter Rogas, and just kind of goes through his hands. Going to set up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, he heard Montana Warren. He was coming across the middle. So that'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Bobcats from their own 40. It stops the clock, 9:28 to play here in the third. It's 24-14, Marshall with the 10-point lead. 2 receivers split wide left. Over by the numbers, 1 to the right. From the right hash, Mosley in the shotgun. Takes the snap. He's going to hand this one off. No, he's going to keep it. Up comes Buck Buchanan, and he'll make the tackle for a loss.
He was hit. Henry Roth made the initial contact. Kind of knocked him off center a little bit. He had to straighten back up, and then Buck Buchanan came from that free safety position and just lowers the boom on him for a very minimal 1-yard gain.
And that's an awful spot. He didn't get to the 40. They mark him at the 41. Buck Buchanan put him on the ground at the 39. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Mosley in the shotgun with the back to his left. Marshall will bring a little pressure. Now he's going to look to throw. Has him up, going to be sacked. Carson Combs and company meet at the 40, and they'll sack him. Terrible spot again.
They're going to mark him right there at the line of scrimmage. It's still going to set up 4th and 9, and well, Hallsville's lined out here. They're going to go for it on 4th and 9 on their own end of the field.
2 receivers split wide each side. Mosley quickly to the line of scrimmage. Now they'll look back left. That's a horrendous spot. So we're waiting to see what Hallsville does here. They'll take the play clock under 18 seconds, and they do look like they're going to go for it. Need to get to the 50 for a first down. Mosley in the shotgun, takes a snap, fakes the handoff, looking to pass. Has a man across the middle. He's hit. Incomplete. Marshall holds.
Wow, that was a gutsy call by the Hallsville coaching staff to go for it here in a 10-point game with still plenty of time, 20 minutes left in this football game, and they're going to hand the ball to the Maverick offense on the Bobcat end of the field. They're going to be 1st and 10 at the Bobcat 41. Let's see if this offense can keep the foot on the pedal and get another score here.
1st down and 10 for Marshall on the turnover on downs from the Hallsville 41. 2 receivers left, Sloan shotgun. Takes a snap. He'll hand it to J.Q. Davis. He'll cross the 40, stays on his feet. They'll sling him down, but not till he gets to the 38.
He's going to get a 3-yard gain on that carry. Again, Hallsville, and of course, the Mavericks offense, they're lined out in run formation, but you can take that entire Hallsville defense, and then they're in a pretty small ring there.
Yeah, it's time to use all the play clock here, and I think that's what you're going to see from Jake Greedle and company. It'll be Divernius Bird in now at quarterback on 2nd down and about 7 for Marshall from the 38-yard line of Hallsville. Bird in the shotgun, 2 receivers left, 1 right, a back on either side. He's going to hand it off up the middle. Big hole there. J.Q. Davis makes one man miss to the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10 to the 8. What a run from J.Q. Davis.
I tell you, if you're watching this from home on our streaming, that's a very impressive. J.Q. shot through that hole there and then almost put it in reverse, went backwards a yard and sidestepped to his left and then shoots up the field for another gain for another Maverick 1st down.
That's going to be a gain of about 29 on the play. His last 3 runs are 750 and 29 as the Mavericks are in the Austin Bank red zone looking for that Community Health Corps touchdown. 2 receivers left. Sloan in the shotgun with JQ to his left. They're going to hand it to him up the middle. He'll make one man miss, and he'll get about to the 6.
He's going to pick up 3 on that carry just until they can stop the run. That the Mavericks are obviously being successful on the ground, but in this point in the game, as you run the football, that clock's going to continue to run, and at some point, especially if the Mavericks score here, it's going to become an enemy of the Hallsville Bobcats if they fall down by 17 here.
6:51 to play and counting. It's 24-14 Marshall. Looking at 2nd down and goal from the 6. Ball will be right in the middle of the field. 2 receivers left. Sloan shotgun. AP to his left. JQ to his right. He'll take the snap. JQ coming left. He'll make a man miss. Gets to the outside, but he's going to be hemmed in out there. He'll somehow get down to the 4. Good run there from JQ Davis.
I say there was nothing there as he came out to the left, and the Bobcat defense did a good job, just strung it out. Davis does cut it up and picks up 2, and now we're going to have a third and goal from the 4.
6:11 left to play and counting. So a touchdown here would be huge. They're going to go with Divernius Bird Robinson in at quarterback on 3rd and goal from the Hallsville 4-yard line. The Mavericks in the Austin Bank red zone. 3 receivers split wide to the right, outside the hash, 1 to the left, ball left hash. Divernius Bird in the shotgun with a man to his left. He's going to keep it. Now he's going to throw it out there as a man wide open touchdown. Divernius Bird Robinson back corner of the end zone.
They did not think that Divernius was going to throw the football, and they were playing the run all the way, and he just kind of rolls out there. He's a left-handed quarterback, and he just does a little toss over there in the corner end zone. That was Chi-Chi Robertson, wasn't it?
Yeah, I believe that was Chi-Chi Robertson in the back corner. I mean, he just lofted right over that DB, and it was a pretty little pass. Hit him in the back corner, standing on the tip of the M. Touchdown, Marshall. So 5:43 left to play here in the 3rd quarter as the Mavericks await the point after. So here comes the snap, back perfect, hold is down, kick is up, and it is good. And just like that, the Mavericks open it up. 31-14 our score with 5:43 to go in the 3rd. Stay with us. You're listening to Maverick Football on the heartbeat of East Texas.
Certified Collision and Glass for auto, pickup truck, and 18-wheeler repair. Certified Collision and Glass specializes in body and glass repair. Rock chip to a complete installation. Certified Collision and Glass has certified technicians and the equipment to repair the all-aluminum Ford F-150 pickup. Certified Collision and Glass, Highway 59, next to Marshall Ford, Marshall, Texas, leading the way in body repair. It's certified. I retire.
Well, welcome back here to Maverick Stadium, and Marshall has scored how many, Glenn Bickerdike?
24 unanswered points, and courtesy of that
gutsy call by the Hallsville coaching staff. They decided to go for a 4th and 9 on their own 41, unable to convert, and the Mavericks in short order take it the distance, and now they've got a 17-point lead, and the momentum is on the Maverick train here.
5:43 left to play in the third. That's scoring summary. 5 plays, 41 yards, a 4-yard pass from Bird Robinson to Chi-Chi Roberson, back corner of the end zone. And that's your Kyle Dansby scoring recap. So here comes Buck Buchanan. He'll be kicking right to left on your radio dial, and here it is, and it is a boomer. This one will go all the way back to the back of the end zone, and Hallsville will start from their own 25.
I think Buck's got a little adrenaline flowing now. He's really gotten into his kicks. He's struggled on we saw that missed field goal and then one kickoff that didn't go the way he normally kicks it, but he is launching them now.
The Mavericks have scored on their last 3 offensive possessions dating back to the first quarter, or the first half there in this one. So Marshall opens it up 31-14. Here's a big opportunity for the defense to keep the foot on the gas. It'll be Mosley in the shotgun. 2 receivers split wide each side. Still haven't seen Nicholson in a while. They're going to fake the handoff, going to throw it to the outside. Here comes Marshall, and Buck Buchanan's going to blow one up, and it'll be a gain of only about 3.
I tell you what,
whoa.
Buck, he not only is he a kicker, he is a battering ram. He comes flying up from that free safety position. It was a little screen out here, and he takes out the lead blocker just mano and limits that to a 3-yard gain for the Hallsville offense.
So 2nd down and 7 for the Bobcats from their own 28. 2 receivers wide each side. Mosley in the shotgun with a back to his left. He drops back looking to pass again. Marshall has some pressure. Oh, this one might be picked off, and it will. At the Marshall 35, it's Montana. He'll take it up the right side to the 40, 45, 50. There's going to be a block in the back, but the Mavericks are going to have the football.
Montana 1.
I tell you what, I'm not sure who Jace Mosley was throwing that to, but he stayed back in the pocket and he just threw it. Looked like as far as he could throw it, and the only man back there was Montana Warren. It was just a question if he was going to play throw and catch, and Montana catches the ball, it's going to be an interception. We've got the officials meeting out here at about the 47-yard line, kind of sort out, see what the infractions are here on the return. I think it's going to be a block in the back.
Yeah, but not before, rather.
Not before.
Interception.
It's obviously Maverick football. It's probably going to be, right now that flag is at the 36-yard line, so we're probably going to see this possession start at the 26.
And that was so overthrown that he had to really get on his horse to make that catch.
Both live ball and both after the interception. Personal foul, illegal blindside block on the return team number 14.
That's going to mark us back at the 20, I think. Let's see where they put it.
On the return team number 7.
Oh, give me a break. Unsportsmanlike conduct on Montana after the play. Don't know where that was. Didn't see it. So that's they're going to mark us back at our 11.
Yeah. Did he not say initially that there were 2 live ball fouls on the play?
He did.
And then he says one of them's a dead ball.
Yes,
which,
he did.
I mean, you can't enforce them both. And if that was an unsportsmanlike on Montana, he cannot get another one or his night will be finished.
Yeah, so 4:55 to go here in the third quarter. Marshall will take over their worst field position of the night. They'll start from their own 10. So good play by Montana, bad play on the end. Sloan in the shotgun. He's going to hand this one to JQ going right side. Not much there, but he'll bounce off 1, bounce off 2, still on his feet. He'll carry it across the 20. What a run from JQ Davis.
You know the thing I like the most about JQ Davis, Chase, is he's only a junior, and we're going to get to see him run again next year.
My goodness, they're going to say that actually started at the 11, so he's going to be 1 yard short of the first down. They'll give him 9. And, man, JQ is rolling. He's well on his way to 200 right now.
Can he surpass that running? Was it the White House game where he had almost 300 yards of rushing?
If he breaks one off right here, he can. So 2 to the right, 2nd down and 1. Sloan in the shotgun, a back on either side. You got to think we're going to run it here. We do. We give it to Davis, right side, a lot of room. Off he goes, and there he goes. He broke it to the 40, to the 50, to the 45, 40. He'll carry a Bobcat to the 30, all the way down. Let's see where they're going to mark him. I think it's going to be about the 22.
Yeah, number 4, Cam Galt. His helmet comes off, so he'll have to leave the field of play. Let's see if the official, they're going to enforce that. They're going to get him off the field. But another tremendous run by J.Q. Davis, taking the ball all the way to the 25-yard line, and the Maverick offense is once again in business.
55-yard run. That is a 55 and a 50 here in the second half on 2 carries. He's got 105. J.Q. Davis well on his way to a career night. Reggie said he's pooped.
That's why they called him. I think he just run out of gas.
He just run out of gas. He's got to be tired.
So first down and 10 for Marshall from the Bobcat 25-yard line. 3 receivers left, none to the right. We'll take Bo Burris in motion left to right. Sloan in the shotgun, drops back looking to pass. Hope going to throw this one, just throw it away. Good decision there from Collier Sloan.
Well, that's a good decision by Collier Sloan to throw the football away, but for the life of me, I don't understand why we're throwing the football.
I think we're trying to, yeah, as Reggie says, JQ needs a break.
Well, I mean, we have other running backs or bring in Bird to run out of the Wildcat, but I mean, let's keep this clock going.
Amen.
I mean, that's 40 seconds. It could be off the clock, but now it stopped because of the incomplete pass.
That'll bring up second down and 10 for Marshall from the 25. Score is 31-14 Mavericks, 3:13 to play here in the third quarter. We'll have 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Marshall quickly gets to the line of scrimmage. It's Bird in there. He's going to take it. He's going to keep it himself right side. He'll hurdle a man, and he'll take it down to the 21. Be a gain of about 4. So there's Bird.
And more importantly, the clock continues to roll.
So if Marshall can pick up a first down here, continue this momentum, tell you a score here really puts this interesting. I mean, it's almost a getting in trouble zone for the Bobcats, 31-14.
Well, you got
Marshall.
You wonder if is Marshall in 4-down territory here, or if you don't convert here, do you bring on Buchanan and get the 3 points?
3 receivers left, 1 to the right on third, about 7. Collier Sloan takes it, drops back, looking to pass. Throws it to the outside. Great pass. Catch will be made by Smith. First down, Marshall.
That's the first, I guess, is that the first catch we've had tonight for Smith?
Yep. No, that's going to be Roberson.
Yeah, it is Roberson. I'd say it's hard to see across the field, but the great throw and catch by the nice throw by the sophomore quarterback to move the chains. And Mavericks have a new set of downs.
That was a really beautiful pass to Chichi. 7-yard pickup there. Now 1st and 10 Marshall inside the Austin Bank red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. 2 receivers to the right. Sloan in the shotgun, a man on either side. Ball will be right hash. All the Bobcats at the line of scrimmage. They're going to hand it to J.Q. Davis. It doesn't matter. He'll cross the 10. Looks like they're going to mark him at the 9. Good run from J.Q.
J.Q. Davis.
That man is on a mission. I tell you what, you really got to tip your hat here to Collier Sloan, the young sophomore quarterback that kind of got unseated in the starting quarterback role back the second game of the season. He's come in and has really done a good job of managing the offense, and like I say, he's got them well on their way to another victory.
So the Mavericks looking at second down and about 5. They're marked right at the 9. They need the 4 for a first down. Sloan shotgun, 2 receivers left. He's going to hand this to J.Q. Davis. He'll cut it up at the line of scrimmage. He'll follow his blockers, puts his foot in the ground, goes to the 5. Next one. He'll take it. Touchdown, J.Q. Davis. What a run from J.Q.
They're lined out the swinging gate again.
People ankles like that, that's just unfair.
Oh, my goodness. You need to go back, folks. If you're not watching this game, that's one you need to go back and find this one. At the 133 mark, J.Q. Davis has a brilliant run. He makes about 4 kids miss and scores from 9 yards out.
That's the bad thing about radio is there's no way we can illustrate how good that run right there really was.
Marshall gets out of the swinging gate. Now they'll just kick the point after as they await the snap. Snap is back, hold is down, kick is up, and it is good. And all of a sudden, this is a runaway for the Mavericks, 38-14 with 1:33 to play in the third. Stay with us. You're listening to Marshall Maverick Football on the heartbeat of East Texas.
This This is Matt Moore, General Manager of Marshall Ford and Mavericks Chevrolet in Marshall. If you're in the market for a newer pre-owned vehicle, take the short drive over to Highway 59 South and come and visit us. All of our inventory can be seen on the web at marshallford.net or at maverickchevrolet.net. With the largest discounts in East Texas, you're sure to find what you're looking for. If you haven't done business with us before, come see what you're missing. And if you have, we look forward to seeing you again soon. Marshall Ford and Mavericks Chevrolet, your hometown automotive dealers.
Well, folks, welcome back here to Marshall's Maverick Stadium, and the Marshall Mavs have scored on all 3 possessions of the second half, and they take a 38-14 lead here with 1:33 to play in the third. The Mavericks go on a 7-play, 89-yard drive, capped off by a 9-yard touchdown run from J.Q. Davis, and that is your Kyle Dansby scoring recap. I tell you what, Glenn, J.Q. right now, I believe that's 269 yards for that young man. He is rolling.
He is rolling it down the field.
Here comes the kick from Buck Buchanan. His leg's going to get tired. This one's going to be returned from the end zone. Here comes Rogas.
There's a block in the back.
And that's going to be a tackle at the 14. Yeah,
I will mention, Chase, that is now 31 unanswered points by the Mavericks. That drive was set up courtesy of interception by Montana Warren. And you say that was just a kind of a, I'm not sure what kind of a throw that was, but he was the only one back there to receive it. And the penalties, we had 2 penalties that were enforced, and that just gave J.Q. Davis the opportunity to accumulate more yards.
So 271 right now for J.Q. Davis. I think Nicholson's hurt for Hallsville. We hadn't seen him in a long time. They're going to hand this one off. They're going to throw it to the outside. He'll tuck it and run, does Mosley, and he'll take it up to the 24. He's going to be right at the sticks.
Yeah, I think he's going to move the sticks. He got just enough to move the chains, I believe. Yep, they are going to indeed move. It's going to be first down.
So 1st and 10 for Hallsville as we go under a minute to play here in the third. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. It's going to be Mosley in the shotgun with the back to his right. 38-14 our score. Mosley drops back. He's going to look to pass. Marshall comes with a blitz, and they're going to get him.
They're going to wrap him up. He is going to find his way back to the line of scrimmage. He kind of scrambled around. The defense is starting to bring it now. When you build up a 24-point lead, you can afford to gamble a little bit by bringing those blitzes, and if you get burned, you're not hurt too bad.
So here we go, 2nd down and 10 for the Bobcats. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Marshall looks like they're going to bring up a blitz. Now they'll change the play, does Hallsville at the line of scrimmage. With 30 seconds left in the third quarter, they trail 38-14. Marshall looks to bring a blitz. They do, and here they come, and they'll snow him under. He's going to get the pass off, but it'll be incomplete.
That'll stop the clock with 17 seconds left in the third quarter, so they will have to run at least one more play before we flip the field.
So 3rd and 10 for Hallsville from their own 24. If they don't get this, I doubt that they go for it.
Well, you wouldn't think.
So here we go. 2 receivers split to the left, 2 receivers to the right. It'll be Mosley in the shotgun on 3rd down and 10. He'll have a back to his left from his own 24-yard line. Last play of the third quarter. Here's the snap back. They'll fake the handoff, looking to pass. Marshall brings pressure. They hit as he throws. It's going to be almost picked off.
Almost another Maverick interception, and it could have been had a receiver back there for Hallsville. It could have grabbed it as well, but it does fall incomplete. It's going to be 4th.
Yeah, I don't think on 4th and 10 from your own 24 you're going to go for it here.
They are at least going to bring the punt team out.
So I was wrong there. We'll have one more play here in the third quarter. It's 38-14, and Marshall gave up 2 straight touchdown drives to the Bobcats, but this defense has given up nada since then.
As we talked about, there was obviously some adjustments made at the half.
So here comes Marshall trying to get the punt block. Chichi Roberson is going to field this one. No, he's going to let it roll. He'll roll all the way down to the 30, and that'll Marshall have really good field position right there as they will come back to start the fourth quarter. So, folks, after 3, the Marshall Mavericks all over the Bobcats. Our score, Marshall 38, Hallsville 14. Stay with us. You're listening to Maverick Football on the heartbeat of East Texas.
It's time to have your heating and air conditioning units checked out. Keith Air Conditioning and Heating, where you get train equipment, quality, full service, same-day response, free estimates for residential and commercial customers. Train and Keith Air Conditioning and Heating since 1975. Keith Air Conditioning warranties all work, whether you need to repair or a new train system. Call Brian Keith, 903-935-3664. It's hard to stop a train.
Well, folks, welcome back here to Mavericks Stadium, where the Marshall Mavericks take a 38-14 lead as they've now run off 30. How many? Is it 37?
Now it's 38. 31 unanswered points.
So Marshall takes the 38-14 lead as we go to the fourth. They will start with the football from their own 30. We'll give you those stats and some scores from around the district in just a moment. 2 receivers to the left, Sloan, or that's Bird in the shotgun there. He's going to hand it off to J.Q. Davis going outside. He'll make one man miss, and he's hit hard at the 30.
He took a pretty good shot there. They had him wrapped up, and looks like one of the defensive backs came up and just delivered a blow to him. And we've got, looks like we're going to have a player down. A good time maybe to run through the scores here.
Yeah, before we run through those scores, let's run through these statistics from the third quarter. My goodness gracious, the Marshall Mavericks, 176 yards on the ground, 33 through the air. So the Mavs in the third quarter alone have 209 total yards. Flip the page, and goodness gracious, the Bobcats, 13 yards rushing, 18 through the air, only 31 yards. No first downs for the Bobcats in the third. And the story tonight, J.Q. Davis, 271 yards. We'll have to get the number of carries in just a moment, but he is off and running, and the Mavericks take the 38-14 lead.
Say 200, he was at 965, I believe, coming into tonight. So that's going to put him well over 1,200 yards on the year. Just a phenomenal season by Davis. As we go around the district, Pine Tree is beginning to make a game of it at home. They were down big early. It's 35-28 with about 9 minutes to play there. Nacogdoches now trails Texas High. Texas High leading at home 28-20 as the fourth quarter starts. And in in Jacksonville, White House leads 21-7.
29 carries for J.Q. Davis, 271 yards. That young man having him a football game. His high on the season is 293 versus White House. He might get that here tonight. Second down and 10 for Marshall from their own 30. 2 receivers right, Sloan shotgun, a back on either side. They're going to give this one to JQ going over right side. Whoa, he makes one man miss, makes 2 to the 30 to the 35, and he'll go out of bounds right there. Well, they're going to keep it running. They'll mark him at the 36.
We'll take that. I'm okay with the clock continuing to run.
What a run from JQ. I mean, he had it dead to rights at the 30, and he just gave a little shimmy, made one man miss, and picked up 6.
6 yards.
So Marshall's going to use all of the play clock here. We'll go under 11 minutes here on this third down and about 4 play.
No reason to get in a hurry now.
Yeah, the Mavericks need the 40 for a first down. I tell you what, if they keep moving the ball like this ball game's going to be over quick. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Sloan shotgun with the back to his right, takes a snap, drops back, looking to pass. Has a man deep. It's going to be Smith who'll make the catch. What a catch from Smith.
What a catch by number 88, Ja'Cory Smith. That was phenomenal. That's got to be the catch of the year right there. That ball was thrown almost beyond his grasp, and he just laid out over the shoulder and makes an unbelievable catch to move the chains once again for the Mavericks.
And I'll tell you what, folks, he was parallel with the ground, left his feet, sold out to make the catch all the way down at the 27-yard line of Hallsville. So first down and 10 Marshall with 10:32 to play in the game. 2 receivers left, Sloan shotgun back to his left. He's going to take it, hand it to J.Q. Davis. He's going right side. He'll make one miss. He'll cross the 25. They'll mark him at the 24. And with 10:17 to play, that clock keeps running. Marshall leads 38-14.
I'll tell you what, I go back to that previous play. That was just one heck of a play. That was an NFL type catch. I mean, there's a lot of D1 college receivers that probably don't make that catch.
And I tell you what, that was a really good throw from Collier Sloan. He put it right on the money.
Yeah, you got to give credit to Sloan. He put it right where it needed to be.
Second down and 7 for Marshall. 2 receivers right, Sloan shotgun, back on either side. Takes the snaps, going to hand this one off. J.Q. Davis going right side, big hole to the 20, to the 15, still on his feet to the 10, still on his feet to the 8. And that might put him over 300.
That's going to put the Mavericks inside the 10.
So the Mavericks now in the Austin Bank red zone. And J.Q. Davis going to hobble off. Hope that's just no big deal there. I believe that's going to be it for the night for J.Q., or it should be. That's going to be a gain of 15. And that's going to put him over 300, I think.
I tell you what, going back to that catch by Smith, I mean, another thing that made that such a great play is there was good coverage. The defensive back for Hallsville, he was almost step for step for him, and Smith just laid out and was able to make the catch. And that's a big play in this drive.
So the Mavericks in the Austin Bank red zone at the 8. 2 receivers right are going to hand this one off. Nope, a little pop pass to the end zone. It's going to be picked off.
Oh, no.
Picked off in the end zone, and that was a bad pass from Sloan. Threw it behind him. Had him there, just a bad pass, a little behind him, so he'll turn it over. It'll be Hallsville football at the 20.
Well, that's one thing that you don't want to do. I think the game is in hand with a 24-point lead, but wow, just you don't want to turn the football over. You want to keep possession of it, so you've got control of the clock, and that would have certainly score on that drive would have been 45-14. You just hate to give them life, give them an opportunity to feel like they can get back in the football game here.
So let's see if Marshall's defense can get a stop. Mosley in the shotgun from his own 20-yard line. 2 wide receivers split wide each side. Drops back, is going to fake the handoff. Looks to throw. He's hemmed in right there, but Marshall doesn't make the tackle. Goodness gracious, who is that? That looks like Turkey, I think, on the outside. Had him, the defensive end right there. Doesn't make the play, and he'll pick up 30. Or he'll pick up 10 to the 30.
To the 30, yes, that was not a 30-yard gain there.
Goodness gracious. So here we go. Hallsville quickly to the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers again, split wide each side. Handoff going up the middle. He'll bounce it to the outside. Tackle's going to be made right there at about the 37.
Chase, I believe you must be right on the starting running back, Elijah Nicholson. For whatever reason, he's not been in the backfield, and he's certainly been their workhorse this year. Looks like number 21 is now the running back. It's Blade Bullard.
2 receivers split wide each side on 2nd and 2 from the 38-yard line. Mosley takes it, fakes the handoff. He's looking for the screen here. Everybody out to get him. That's going to be grounding. Got to be intentional grounding.
If that's not intentional.
Oh my goodness gracious!
If that's not grounding,
that is horrible.
No, he got it down.
There we go.
There we go.
Holy smokes!
He was checking with his wing official over there, because if they don't call that intentional grounding, that is the worst no call I've ever seen.
It did not get back to the line of scrimmage.
It didn't even get close.
And he was not outside the tackle box.
But even if you give him that.
From the spot of the foul, loss of down, so that's going to really back him up. Good job, D.
That is a huge penalty there.
Yeah, that'll make it 3rd down in a bunch. They'll mark it at the 22. I think it's 22. So from the 22-yard line, 3rd down on the loss of down. They've got to get to the Maverick 40 for a first down. 3 receivers left, 1 right. It'll be Mosley in the shotgun. A pretty obvious passing situation here. Marshall with a 3-man front. They'll put 1 man in motion to the Bobcats. Dropping back, looking to throw. He's going to let this one go to the outside. Just throws it up. Marshall knocks it away.
Great defense. Had double coverage there on that. The Mavericks really play that well. That's going to, you would think, force a punt here, but it's going to be 4th and 17.
I don't believe you go for it on 4th and 17 from your 23, but
and they may feel they are going to kick it.
So Marshall's defense gets the big stop. They give up a first down, but that's it. And
I don't look for the Mavericks probably to put the football in the air after they change possessions here.
And that might be it. 7:52 to play in the football game. It's 38-14 Marshall, and here comes the defense. Good punt there for the Bobcats. That's going to take a great roll, going to go to the 30, to the 25, and that's where Marshall will start. Great punt there from that young man.
And you know, if there's ever a time for them to have a good punt, when you think about the clock situation, that just is more field for the Maverick offense to hopefully kind of eat up some yardage, keep control of the football, and let's run these last 7 minutes and 41 seconds off the clock.
7:41 to go here in the football game, and Marshall has taken control at Maverick Stadium. The Mavericks look to run this one out. I don't believe we'll see J.Q. Davis again. He's right at 300 yards on the night. In comes number 9. That's going to be Morrow. He'll be on one side of Collier Sloan. AP will be on the other. Heavy formation, one wide receiver wide each side. Here we come. Morrow takes it. He goes over right side, or left side rather. He'll make one miss, stays on his feet, crosses the 30, and he'll take it to the 32. Good run there from Morrow.
And let him tote the rock here for a while. And like I say, certainly we got it's like a substitution coming in on the offensive line. I believe it for the Mavericks. That's going to be number 68. I don't have my other roster here in front of me.
Seven yards there for Morrow on first down, so it'll bring up second and 3.
Senior Peter Aguirre's coming in at the offensive line position.
Sloan in the shotgun, 2 receivers to the right. Morrow right there next to him. They're going to give it to him. Coming left side. He'll stick his foot in the ground. He'll get to the outside. There's going to be a penalty there. It's going to be holding on Marshall.
Depending on where this spot is, I feel sure they'll take the penalty, which is really not a bad thing, because the Mavericks will get another play.
6:54 to go here in the football game. It's 38-14 Marshall. Tell you what, folks, the Mavericks got out. They were down 14-7 early, but since that point, it's been all Big Red.
It has been all Big Red. And while they're sorting this out, second down, just some interesting scores from District 10. Again, our playoff opponents from that district, A&M Consolidated, is up over Rudder 26-13 with about 6:40 to play in that game. Surprise, Huntsville with only one win in district. They are toe-to-toe with the undefeated district Montgomery Bears. It's 21-21 with 1:44 to play. And I'll let you take the play-by-play here, Chase.
Second down and about 12 for Marshall. 2 receivers to the right. Sloan shotgun. Takes the snap. He'll hand it off. Oh, ball's on the turf. Ball's on the turf, and I believe Hallsville's going to recover at the 15. I don't know who that was, but that was a exchange there, and the fumble from Marshall. I believe that's going to be number 30 that was on the toting that. Who is that? Is that Bill?
Yeah, that's Kenneth
Villarreal. Yeah.
Villarreal.
First carry there for Kenneth, and he fumbles it away right about the 16-yard line, and he gives it to the Bobcats. They've got great field position here with 6:33 to play. 38-14 is our score. So they're in the red zone for the first time in a while. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Marshall's going to jump off sides, it looks like. So there goes Mosley, right side. He'll make 1 miss, 2 miss, touchdown Hallsville. And just like that, 1 play, and that's not what we need to do for the Mavs.
Well, so much for our unanswered scoring. That's going to give the Bobcats a little bit of life here. I mean, there's
a lot of time.
A lot of time. There's 6:25. The Mavericks just not taking care of the football. We saw the interception down there inside the red zone, and now this fumble inside our own red zone.
So here comes the kick after. The point after is up, and it's good. And all of a sudden, now it's a 38-21 ball game. Marshall with the lead, 6:25 to play. Stay with us. You're listening to Marshall Maverick football on the heartbeat of East Texas.
If you love your high school, Texas Bank & Trust has a great new way to show your Bandemonium. It's with the new Texas Bank & Trust High School Bandemonium Visa check cards. These cards have high school colors and mascots from many East Texas schools. Use the Bandemonium card for your normal everyday purchases and show your school spirit at the same time. Texas Bank & Trust Bandemonium Visa check cards. The one card fans demand. Texas Bank & Trust. Strength, stability, service, and Bandemonium cards.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Well, folks, welcome back here to Maverick Stadium, and don't go anywhere yet. This one's not over. 6:25 to play. 38-21 is our score. Marshall with the lead, but Hallsville goes one play. 16 yards, Mosley goes off right tackle and takes it in at the corner. So a little life for the Bobcats in a game that Marshall had seized control of, but stranger things have happened in 6 minutes.
Well, like I say, you go back before the interception, it should have been 45-14. If the Mavericks just continue to run the football, they probably run that one in. But we're going to see an onside kick here for sure, at least an attempt.
Yep, and here it comes. Onside kick for Hallsville. It will be taken by Marshall at the 50. What a play there. I think that's going to be Smith.
I think that was Ja'Cory Smith, the big, tall, lanky receiver. We're seeing that he has got some great hands.
Wasn't Smith trying to get a name there? Smith's on the 45.
That's Montana Warren, isn't it?
Yeah, that's Montana. What a play for Montana. He goes up and gets it. Marshall has great field position at the 50. So 6:22 to play here in the football game, and Marshall has it from their own, or from midfield. So, Glenn, we need a 6-play drive that ends in points.
Well, it looks like they do have all the starting offensive linemen back out there. Got AP in the backfield along with Morrow.
First down, they're going to hand it to Morrow. He's going to try to go right nothing. He'll pick up a couple. He'll keep his feet, and I tell you what, they should blow that whistle. He's going to pick up 2 to the 48.
Well, they're trying to strip the football. That's their goal. I mean, you could see had one man holding him up and the other one pulling on the football. And
I think I'd put Bird in there and let him go because I don't think they can tackle Bird.
I think that would be a great play or personnel selection. They've not had an answer for him all night. For that matter, Davis either.
So Marshall's going to use all the play clock here. We'll go under 5:30. It's 5:40 to play here. We got 10 seconds. We'll probably run off. Second down and 8. Sloan in the shotgun. 2 receivers to his right. He's going to take the snap. He's going to hand it off up the middle. It's up to the outside. Goes Morrow. He'll make one man miss to the 40, and he'll take it down to the 36. That'll be a first down.
Nice first down gain. It's a good little tote there by Morrow. Probably one of the better carries he's had for the season. He broke loose. He was just one tackler away from taking that the distance.
12-yard pickup there for Morrow. First down and 10 for the Mavericks at the 5:15 mark left here in this one. 38-21 is our score. And J.Q. Davis, the man of the night's got 300 yards, I believe, on 30 carries. We'll let you know that officially here in a moment. First down and 10 for the Mavericks from the Bobcat 36-yard line. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Sloan in the shotgun. He hands it off, and that's going to be hitting the backfield. Somehow Morrow's going to get back close to the line of scrimmage. He looks like he's going to lose 1 yard.
And you just wonder at what point, if Hallsville, if they get a stop here, I would expect that they might take a timeout. They have all 3 remaining. Like I say, it's probably a long shot, but they do still have a little hope if they can get a stop here on this possession.
I think if you get a first down here, Glenn, that's probably going to be the football game.
I would agree.
2 receivers to the right. Sloan in the shotgun, AP to his right, Morrow to his left. From the middle of the field, 2nd and 11. Handed off to Morrow, going right side, big hole. He steps in inside the 35, and again, they let it go a little bit, takes it to the 34, and Hallsville's going to call a timeout. That'll stop the clock with 4 minutes to play here in the football game. That's going to be a gain of what, 1?
Yeah, about that. I think that's
it's going to be a gain of 3, yeah.
Just real quick, around the district, one game that's a final. Mount Pleasant is going to defeat Pine Tree 35-28. White House and Jacksonville. White House leads 28-14, about 3 minutes to play there. And looks like the Texas High Tigers is going to win the district with about 4:39 to play in Texarkana. They lead Nacogdoches 37-20.
So Texas High wakes up in the second half, and off they go.
Well, if that game holds, which they're very similar. It's 38-21 here, and it's 37-20 there. Both these games hold, which we feel that they will. The Mavericks are going to be your number 2 seed out of District 9.
So here's a big play, 3rd down and 8 for Marshall. They've got to get down to the 26 for a first down. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Sloan in the shotgun with a man to his right. And that's going to be number 9, Morrow. Let's see what they do here. 5 men at the line of scrimmage for the Bobcats. Sloan takes the snap, drops back, looking to pass, has a man out there. Catch will be made. Shy of the first down. Oh, and he's going to lose his feet. Let's see where they give. They're not going to give him his forward progress. They're going to mark him a yard short.
Well, he on his own, he escaped the defender, and he kind of went backwards, and then they hit him, so it wasn't like he was wrapped up. But
so they're going to mark that at the 27. They need 1 for a first down.
Look who's coming back in, number 4, J.Q. Davis. I'm thinking he's going to get the carry here on 4th and 1.
It's going to be a 7-yard pickup there from Sloan to Ja'Cory Smith. The Mavericks need 1 yard here for a first down. You think it would ice it. Heavy formation right. J.Q. Davis in here with Roberson. He's going to hand it to J.Q. Oh, easy first down. He'll take it to the 30, still on his feet, inside the 20, and they'll mark it at about the 18-yard line, 17-yard line.
And that is going to put him well over 300 on the night, isn't it, Chase?
Yeah, that's a gain of 10.
Yeah. Like I say, that's going to move the chains, and that officially is going to seal this ball game with as the clock continues to run now under 3 minutes. The Mavericks will get in no hurry. I think they'll just milk this clock and get this one in the scorebooks, a final.
That's going to be, I believe, unofficially 305 yards for J.Q. Davis. 2 receivers left. Collier Sloan in the shotgun, a back on either side. He'll take the snap. He's going to hand it to Morrow going left side. He'll make 1 man miss, and he'll take it inside the 15. Ball's out. We fall on it. I think he should have been forward progress. Stop there. They're going to mark him at the 14.
Yeah, I think the official up there has got him at the, looks like the 14-yard line. That's not going to go, even though we did recover it. I know in the stats it goes as a fumble, but that's not going to be. He's marked down forward progress.
2 minutes and 11 seconds left to play in this one. 38-21 our score. And the Mavericks are going to move to 6-3 on the season. They will soak up and absolutely sew up, rather, second place in district play no matter what happens next week at Nacogdoches.
That's right.
Second down and about 7, maybe 8 for Marshall. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Sloan in the shotgun, takes a snap. He's going to hand it to AP. Off he goes. He'll make 1 man miss inside the 10. They'll mark him at the 5, and that'll be a first down, Marshall.
Nice carry there by Andrew Phillips. He moves the chains again, and I think the Mavericks can now go into the victory formation, and we'll see what they do here. I think that would be the right thing to do.
It's going to be a 9-yard pickup there for AP. So first and goal, Marshall, as we go under 1:27 to play. 38-21 is our score. Marshall can just take a knee if they want to here. The Mavericks may do that in the victory formation.
They may go ahead and take a, let's see, now they're going to split them out. We'll see what they're going to do here.
2 receivers left, 1 right. Sloan in the shotgun. He'll take it down inside 1 second. He's going to hand it to AP going right side. AP will take it inside the 5. He wants in that end zone. He's going to take it to the 4, and they're going to say out down to the 2.
Well, like I say, that's second down. You've only got it's 32 seconds. We have a timeout.
No, it's still rolling. 46, 44.
Okay, look, it's like it paused there momentarily. So the Mavericks just need to snap the football one more time.
They got 1 play here left in them. I think we should probably take a knee here.
Yeah, I should take a knee.
38-21 is our score. Marshall is going to win the battle with Hallsville. They will win, I believe this is going to be 6 in a row. Marshall in the shotgun. Sloan going to take it. It's going to take a knee. And the Marshall Mavericks win it.
That's the thing to do. That's the sportsmanship. So you don't want to, you got the game in hand. You don't want to score that extra touchdown just to make the other team look bad. Good job by the Marshall Mavericks. They're going to be victorious. 3-2-1. 38-21 is going to be the final here from Maverick Field. And the Mavericks are now your number 2 seed out of District 9.
The Mavs win it 38-14. They win the Harrison County Cup for the 6th year in a row, but more importantly, they go to 6-3 on the season, number 2 in district play, and the Mavericks have clinched a playoff berth here tonight and a home field playoff berth.
Right. Go ahead and make your reservations 2 weeks, well, either 2 weeks from tonight or 2 weeks from tomorrow.
We'll be playing right here against a team from District 10, and as we get into the post game, we'll kind of let you know how that district's shaping up, who it looks like that we may or may not play.
So our final score, Marshall wins it tonight over Hallsville. Your final, Marshall 38, Hallsville 21. Stay with us. We'll wrap this one up when we come back. You're listening to Marshall Maverick football on the heartbeat of East Texas.
Marshall ISD athletics programs help students achieve the highest level of success both on and off the field by challenging them to grow physically, intellectually, emotionally, and socially. Our athletes have access to state-of-the-art training facilities, providing them with top-tier tools needed to be successful. MISD has a rich history of developing talented athletes that have proven to be successful at the college and professional levels. Come play at Marshall ISD and find out why we take pride in our past and promise for our future.
At RRCU, you never have to worry about what's in your wallet. Just worry about what's in your mobile wallet. With RRCU's new Rewards Visa credit card, your money is safe and secure right inside your smartphone. Keep your Visa Rewards card in your smartphone mobile wallet and be ready to earn rewards with every purchase. Details at rrcu.com. Enjoy extra features like card swap and Visa purchase alerts. Your cards are always safe when they're in your RRCU mobile wallet. RRCU is federally insured by NCUA.
13,000 financial advisors, $850 billion in assets under care. How did Edward Jones become one of the biggest financial service companies in the country? By not acting that way. Financial strategies, one-on-one advice, it's a big difference. And it's how Edward Jones makes sense of investing. Experience the difference for yourself. Call 1-800-ED-JONES or visit edwardjones.com for a financial advisor in Marshall. Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC.
Expert Collision Center, Marshall's finest for full-service paint and body repair. All makes, all models, foreign or domestic, with lifetime warranty. Expert handles them. Experts ASC Eye Care trained technicians handle other vehicle service needs. Auto glass replacement, alignments, frame straightening, bed liners, PDR repair. Insurance claim assistance from start to finish. Expert Collision, 1007 East End Boulevard North, next to the Dairy Queen in Marshall.
Well, folks, welcome back here to Marshall's Maverick Stadium. The Mavs get the big win tonight. Your final score, Marshall 38, Hallsville 21. Reggie Cooper is finishing up those statistics, but, man, they are one-sided for the Mavericks. Glenn Bickerdike, the player of the night, J.Q. Davis, 33 carries,
we can go ahead and get that part of the show out of the way. There's no question who our player of the game is.
Yeah, 33 carries, 311 yards, 2 touchdowns. J.Q. Davis had, in the second half, 14 carries, 213 yards, and he just willed the Marshall Mavericks to the win.
Chase, maybe you can have this for next week, but do you have any idea what the Maverick all-time season record is in rushing?
It's pretty high because you got D.D. Turner, so he rocked and rolled, so it's pretty good up there. But so we got a – oh, hello. How are you?
Reggie Cooper's granddaughter just made her way into the press box. That's who you're hearing. Beautiful young lady. She's all bundled up in her blanket and her toboggan.
So let's go ahead and give you some of these other individuals while Reggie Cooper's finishing up the total. Sloan finishes tonight. Really good game for him. 7 of 14, 131 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Chi-Chi Roberson, 4 catches, 42 yards, 2 TDs. Divernius Bird Robinson, 6 carries, 67 yards, a touchdown, 1 for 1 on a 3-yard pass into the corner to Chi-Chi. And that offense comes alive here tonight. Reggie Cooper says 520 yards, I believe, of total offense, 519. And whoa, the Mavericks roll, and they hold the Bobcats for less than 200 on the night. I believe you're going to see that, Reggie, at 196.
I tell you what, there's no doubt who our player of the game is. Lots of kids made a big impact. Defense played solid as a unit, especially in the second half. But I tell you what, I'm going to give a game ball to Varnius Robinson. I thought he was a key part of our game plan tonight. Had some key runs. They just could not seem to stop him. He was picking up crucial yardage and then made that great throw for that touchdown, which, in my opinion, really kind of sealed the game.
And what a game plan by the coaching staff. We lose to Olvera. He gets hurt, can't play tonight. They put this together in a week, and they roll up 519 yards of total offense. I believe we're going to see As Reggie Cooper finishes that up, we'll give you those totals, but the Mavericks well over 300, almost 400 on the ground. And I tell you what, we came in and said we got to be able to run the football, and my goodness, did we not run the football.
We did, and we knew coming in that Hallsville's defense was probably one of the weaker ones in the district, and we saw that tonight. And the Maverick offense just did what they had to do, and it was very creative from the coaching staff to bring in 3 different guys to take snaps tonight, 2 of them that's not taking a snap all year.
Boy, I tell you what, J.Q. Davis, can't say enough about him. 33 carries, 311 yards as Reggie Cooper's finishing up these totals. But it looks like the Mavericks roll here tonight, and they do. Again, your final score, Marshall 38, Hallsville 21. As Reggie is putting the finishing touches on these. So here we go. The final numbers for Hallsville. In the second half, they only have 65 yards of total offense. The Mavs hold them to 47 on the ground, 18 through the air. They only have 195 on the night, 105 on the ground, 90 through the air to the Hallsville Bobcats. Flip the page, and the Mavs roll here tonight in the second half. 236 yards rushing, 77 yards through the air. The Mavs finished 313 yards in the second half. They finished the night with 519 yards of total offense. The Mavs finished 384 on the ground, 135 through the air, 33 rushes for J.Q. Davis. He'll finish with 311 yards of rushing offense, does he. And Collier Sloan, take your hat off to that young man. He hung around all season. He comes in tonight, and he finishes with 7 of 14 for 131 and a touchdown. A great, the offense woke up tonight.
They really did. We were a little kind of gasped when the game started. Hallsville, they answered our opening drive touchdown, and then they held us, and then they took the lead, and then the Mavericks did a good job kind of storming back, even in the midst of some questionable calls, and one call that was overturned. It went against the Mavericks, but they fought through that, didn't let it get them down, and it was a good team effort. I think all 3 facets of the game played well. We had the missed field goal, but that was really the only misfire that we had on special teams.
Well, guys, I am going to let you and Reggie Cooper take us home because it is senior night, and I'm going to go hug my boys. So the Marshall Mavericks win 38-21. You going to close us out?
I will close us out as Chase goes down and gets to go hug on his son. But before we close out, I don't know that the picture's any clear, but I'll tell you score is going to skip over to District 10, which is will be our first round playoff opponent. Again, it's not a final. Let me go back to District 9 first, which is our district. Everything is now a final. Let me just run through those scores. I've already mentioned Pine Tree falls to Mount Pleasant, 35-28. That's going to position Mount Pleasant to, with a win next week, they're going to control their own destiny, and they'll find them a playoff spot out of our district. The score here. Mavericks have secured the second seed out of our district, thanks in part to Texas High defeating Nacogdoches at home. They win 37-20. Texas High is going to be the district champs out of District 9. Congratulations to the Tigers. And then in a game that really had no impact, White House wins 28-14. Now going over to District 10, we will now officially play the third place team out of that district. A&M Consolidated, the only final we have, they're going to beat Rudder 32-20, and that's going to move A&M Consolidated to 5-1. And then Rudder is going to fall to 3-2. But what's interesting, Montgomery, who was the only undefeated team, they were 4-0, and they are playing they actually just won the game. They were down there. They're going to defeat Huntsville 35-28. That's going to move them to 5-0. A&M Consolidated will be off next week in Week 11. That's a 7-team district. So Montgomery has positioned himself to be the number 1. Looks like A&M Consolidated with the win. I think now that Huntsville has lost, it's looking pretty much like we will play Bryan Rudder. And as Chase mentioned in the pregame, that's going to be a pretty good travel for them, as they'll have to come to Marshall to play us on our home turf. So that the picture is getting clear. Texas High will be the 1. Mavericks will be 2. I think Nacogdoches, even with their loss tonight, them and Mount Pleasant are probably going to battle out for 3 and 4. Reggie, you have any other thoughts? You've probably got writer's cramp for all the stats.
It took a while to add it all up. Those were a lot of impressive numbers there. JQ is just an impressive individual. Love him as a running back. He's really, really tough, very durable, and just exciting to watch.
Well, as you watch his style of running, if you really appreciate football and a good quality running back, not just the way they do it. He's got multiple gears. He can go forward, reverse, sideways. He really doesn't have a weakness going right to left.
Not to take anything away from my man D.D. Turner, if you're listening out there, but very close. He's well balanced. I like his style. He's an exciting person to watch.
Well, and as I said earlier in the broadcast, the thing that's just so amazing to me is we get to see him. He may not play much next week in Nacogdoches.
I wouldn't.
That game's pretty meaningless. Win or lose, we can improve our position, and we're not going to
You definitely don't want to take a chance on that.
And don't want to get him hurt, so it would all be about just stats. But he is a phenomenal runner. And like I say, the great thing is we'll get to see him in the playoffs in 2 weeks, and then we're going to get to see him all next year again.
Yes.
Well, there's no parting comments. We've already named our player of the game. Hands down, you heard the stats earlier. J.Q. Davis puts on a show tonight with 311 yards rushing. He is the unanimous player of the game.
But big players make.
He said, "Feed me."
Feed me.
All right.
Alex Reyes, who's on the camera, he's the one that allows you to view the game. He talked to J.Q. Davis, and he said, feed me. That's a little Ezekiel Elliott.
That's it. But big players make big plays, and we saw some big plays from Buck. Huge play. The phenomenal catch. I'm going to call that the catch for high school this year. That was awesome.
Yeah, I say it. Ja'Cory Smith.
Let's just name it the catch.
That was by far the best catch. And if you didn't get a chance to see it live, I would encourage you to go to KMHT's Facebook Live.
I hope Miss Susie got a picture of that. That would have been something to see.
That would be. I didn't think there was any way he was going to catch that. Say he was very well covered. Sloan makes a great throw. He puts it out there beyond his hand, and he just stretches out and makes the catch. So. Again, great night at Maverick Stadium. The Mavericks are victorious. Once again, 38-21. We will now sign off for Topher Patty, Alex Reyes, Reggie Cooper, Chase Palmer, Glenn Bickerdike. Good night from Maverick Stadium. We'll see you next week.
You have been listening to Marshall Mavericks football on the heartbeat of East Texas, KMHT. Chase Palmer has provided your play-by-play. Glenn Bickerdike has provided color commentary, and Reggie Cooper has provided statistics and additional insights. Topher Patty and Alec Reyes have provided your video. From the entire sports team, this is Alec Reyes saying so long, everyone, and have a great night.